Hey. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. How are you? How's it going? Welcome. Happy Monday to you. Just give me one quick second here while I set up the TikTok live stream. Stream started successfully. Awesome. Good to know. Thank you. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Let me change this if it lets me. Yes. And Control V. And let me delete that. And copy that. Thank you. All right, should be good to go on TikTok. Hopefully, we're okay on TikTok. I don't know for sure. It should be starting the stream momentarily, I hope. But I don't know because freaking, okay, what if I do this thing? I already typed this out, but it's making me do it again. Stream category. Let's see if now it lets me do it. No, it didn't let me do it. I don't know if it lets me, if it's let me do it. Leroy's back there barking already, barking up a storm. Seems to always have these issues, man. Setting. And I can't check to see if it's actually streaming on it or not. I don't know. All right, let's see. Still not showing me anything. I don't know. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. It is I, Eric Vasquez, here from the Ringside Rundown podcast for Monday Night Raw. Trying to. Why isn't this working now? Jesus Christ. Nothing wants to work in whatever I'm trying to do here. Nothing is working. I don't know why. But everything I try to do is just not working. This is post. Let me bring up let me minimize all this crap. Let me try opening the TikTok live thing. Sorry about this. Open live monitor. Does it tell me anything? I don't know if it shows that I'm streaming. I gotta move all this stuff. I'm sorry. Good thing I started early. That's what I'm saying. No, this isn't helping. Continue live. So it shows that I'm live, I think. I think it shows that I'm live. I just don't know if it shows that I'm live. I have no way of people telling me if I'm live or not. I cannot tell. Let me exit that out. I think last time I did it on here, I had the live center up. This was not what I need right now. Delete that video. That one's fine. Real-time performance. Let's see. It doesn't show that I have anything on. Let me try one more time. I shut that off. And now we try it one more time. Let's see. I can't tell if its user is in. I should be eligible for streaming though. I streamed last time. I hate technology, I swear. Let me delete that and then re-add it. Let me see if I add an output. Because it's being a piece of crap. Alright, let me try this. Tick tock. Server URL, which I have here. Copied. And then let's see if it pastes. It does. Let's copy the key. Key copied. And then we go over here. And then we post it here. Add custom output. It should be going. I think it might be going. I think so. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So I guess it's going. I don't know. We shall see. Doing the live. Okay. It shows that I'm on. And it should be good to go. Okay. Finally, got this all figured out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My name is Eric. I am from the Ringside Rundown Podcast. It is a podcast about professional wrestling where we talk about professional wrestling on the podcast. Tonight, though, however, we are going to be watching Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw tonight should be pretty good. We got Roxanne Perez going to be on the show. She's going to be taking on Rhea Ripley. We're also going to hear from Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins, see what they got to say. Also, we're going to find out why Becky Lynch turned on Lyra Valkyria. Should be a big show. And also, Logan Paul is going to make an appearance. Logan Paul is making an appearance talking about something. I don't know exactly what he's going to be doing, but he's going to be doing something on the show. So, I hope you guys are ready. I am grateful that you all are here. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful Monday. Don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to say hello in the chat and let me know how your weekend was. Refreshed. But hopefully everyone is well. There's Leroy in the background getting comfy. We got just a little over 5 minutes away from Monday Night Raw tonight. Should be a good show. Hopefully there's no commercial breaks like there were last time. Last time, that was kind of a bummer. There were commercial breaks. It was kind of stupid. I really didn't enjoy the show that way. It kind of made things very difficult. Great. Now one of my buttons isn't working. Anyway, like I said, we are a podcast, and the way the podcast works is we answer questions sent in by loyal listeners about anything that is happening in professional wrestling. If you would like us to answer one of your questions about what's going on in the world of WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, Ring of Honor, AAA, CMLL, Stardom, Marigold, wherever you want to talk about professional wrestling, if you have a question that you would like myself and my co-host Shay Hickson to answer, please drop it here under this tweet. Or if you go on our Discord, there is a section in our Discord for the podcast questions. You can click on that. Once you get into the Discord, hit that green check mark for verification. That'll open up the entire Discord for you. And then you can go over to the podcast questions channel, ask your question, and we will answer it on the podcast. Again, I have no way of seeing how my live looks. It doesn't even show you on the app how the live looks. You just kind of have to just run with it, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. It doesn't show me anything about being live, but I am glad that you're here nonetheless. Thank you. I appreciate it. Be quiet. We're also live on YouTube. If you go to youtube.com/ringside at ringside run pod. Again, that's at ringside run pod on YouTube. If you want to check us out on YouTube, there you'll avoid all such interruptions as Twitch ads, commercial breaks, and all that stuff if you want to check us out on YouTube. But the downside is you won't be able to have fun with the channel point redemptions, nothing like that on the YouTube. That is only Twitch exclusive. Bitch! Hey! It's Jeff. Happy birthday, Jeff, or happy belated birthday, Jeff. I can't remember. I think it's belated. Happy belated birthday, Jeff. How are you? Now you must take back all the bad things you said about Triple H because he let one of the Joshis win the world title at WrestleMania. So now you have to take back all the bad things you said. It's only right. It's only right. We're less than 2 minutes away from the start of Monday Night Raw. Should be a good one. Yes, it was yesterday, and I never said Trips was bad. I said WWE was bad. Oh, there is a difference between the two, apparently. All of a sudden, now there's a difference between the two. I didn't know that there was a difference between the two. You're one of the few fans that have it being that it's different between the two. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was like that. Shut up, Leroy. Tired of Leroy always barking and stuff. Besides, it's a sad day for Joshi fans. Mai Iwatani has left Stardom, and Tam Nakano was forced to retire. Wow. That's big. That's big. So now where do you think Iwatani is going to go? Do you think maybe she'll come to WWE or go to AEW or maybe try something else in Japan? Another promotion? That's pretty big. A lot of people are not happy with their promotions out there in Japan. You look at New Japan. New Japan is losing out on Tetsuya Naito. She couldn't go to America. She'd get too homesick. I get that. That makes a lot of sense. She'd go to Marigold. Wow. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Raw is about to begin in just a little bit here. Nakano was in a loser retires match and lost, so that sucks. You mean there's no wiggle room and they can maybe kayfabe it and come up with an angle where she doesn't retire? Does she really have to retire? I don't know. At this point, it seems pretty cut and dry. Very interesting, man. That's very, very interesting.
Home to Monday Night
that like she would just be forced to retire, like for real, for real. What is she gonna do? Be a school teacher? You know, it's kind of crazy.
As part of a TKO weekend, Monday Night Raw live on Netflix is presented tonight by Snickers.
She lost the IWGP Women's titles to Suri, the former UFC fighter. Jeez.
Will he be able to keep order on what could be another combustible show here tonight?
Like I said, we're live on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. So don't be afraid to say hello if you're on any of those platforms.
Like the former two-time
Roxanne Perez in the house, going to be taking on Rhea Ripley tonight. That's very interesting. Interesting to see where Roxanne's going to go.
The pitbull of American-made, Ivy Nile, looking to make a statement tonight and put herself in an envious position because she takes on
Ivy Nile's going to be taking on Stephanie Becker.
The sensational Stephanie Becker is in action. Stephanie versus Ivy Nile tonight.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
And fresh off his win over AJ Styles at WrestleMania,
Boo, it's Logan Paul.
The social media megastar is here tonight.
We don't care about Logan Paul. Well,
welcome to Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Cole, Pat McAfee back here.
Logan Paul, the wrestler.
Tonight after the
oh yeah, let's see what Pat McAfee has to say.
By a spiraling Gunther last week. Adam Pearce, our general manager, has suspended Gunther indefinitely and fined him an undisclosed amount of money.
He's also given me the opportunity to chit-chat about the situation later in the show. I will certainly take him up on that offer, and I can't wait to get some words off my chest.
And we will take you back to the
Pat
situation
McAfee going to say
on.
stuff.
First, we want to take you back to the way that Monday Night Raw went off the air last week.
I am a revolutionary. I am a visionary. I stole CM Punk's best friend. I took a wise man from Roman Reigns.
Wow. Hit him in the nuts. Hit him in the nuts.
I am the winner of the main event of WrestleMania. I am.
This was a very interesting turn of events here.
There is a new #1 top star in this industry.
This is just a recap of last week's Monday Night Raw ending that showed Bron Breakker in some sort of an allegiance with Seth Rollins, who obviously is in an allegiance with Paul Heyman. So it looks like Paul Heyman has his new set of Paul Heyman guys to watch his back. This was certainly a turn of events, let me tell you. I hear they're unofficially calling it Evolution 2.0. I'm very interested in seeing if there's going to be any extra individuals being added to this little group. If there's one more, or maybe like a Becky Lynch maybe added to the group. You know, this is really the first time that Paul Heyman has had a group. He's got a whole group behind him now. You gotta think. It looks pretty cool, to be honest with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WWE Hall of Famer, the White Man, Paul Heyman, Bron Breaker, and Seth Freakin'.
It would be awesome if they added one more guy and a girl to the group. Becky kind of makes sense, but it could be anyone. Yeah, it could be anyone.
The aura of these three.
It could be anyone. It could be Becky. It could be Rhea.
Stunning.
You know, it could be anyone at this point.
Last week was stunning. A lot of questions need answering. But on paper, Pat, what a group.
I mean, on paper, you got a super genius, a visionary, and a monster.
Those glasses are insane. Those glasses are nuts. What are those? Paul Heyman wore out the bronzer tonight. Same can be said about Bron Breakker.
Kansas City, Cole.
Really quickly, if you're watching on Twitch, in a couple of minutes, you're going to get hit with a block of Twitch advertisements. If you would like to avoid those Twitch advertisements, plus get extra incentives like watching Monday Night Raw in Discord if you don't have access to Netflix, head on over to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ringside rundown. Hit that subscribe button down below. $5.99 American. You get all that stuff.
Monday Night Rollins.
Again, those glasses are insane.
Host, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth. And in case you didn't know, you've been living under a rock, you are looking at the winner of the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah. Gloat all you want, buddy. Gloat all you want.
And I know it's a little difficult for some of you out there who still want to chant for CM Punk.
Which they're about to.
I don't hear him. Here they come.
I knew there were still a few of them out there, and I know it might be painful for some of you who still want to put your fingers in the air for Roman Reigns.
Yeah, we do. We certainly acknowledge.
OTC getting a big reception.
But what you are looking at in this ring right now is the future of our industry.
He's being extra aggressive.
The future runs through one man. That man is not CM Punk. That man is not Roman Reigns. Hell, it's not John Cena. It's not Jey Uso. It's not Cody Rhodes. The future of this industry, with Paul Heyman to my left and Bron Breakker to my right, the future of this industry runs through Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh, Sami Zayn's coming out. Sami Zayn is coming out. Let's see what Sami Zayn has to say about this whole situation
Hello, Sami Zayn.
of who this business and the industry runs
last
through.
week when he celebrated
He's
with
going to have some
the
words.
new World Heavyweight Champion, his friend Jey Uso.
They were feeling MC out there. Now,
Whoa, la da 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 da.
I wonder what these vibes will be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Welcome back, my man. You were out for such a long time. It is good to see you back on Monday Night Raw. I assume you caught WrestleMania, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Seth, I
That's my purse!
I saw the main event of WrestleMania. Very good.
Yeah.
Ow! Why you over here
How
kicking
long
stuff,
have we been friends?
JDK?
Long time, right?
Long time. Long
What's your
time.
problem?
Okay. I feel the need to come out here as a friend, as someone who's known you a very long time.
Thank you for the lurk, buddy. I appreciate
And
it.
tell you to your face that this is a load of crap, man.
Whoa. Sami Zayn saying
What do you-
this group
Hey,
is a
hey,
load of
no,
crap.
No. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
What do I mean?
This isn't. What are you talking
How much time did you spend talking about CM Punk, talking about Roman Reigns, and then the one thing that those two guys have in common happens to be standing over your shoulder now?
Ooh.
So how are you any different?
Wait a minute. You're not seriously comparing me to CM Punk and Roman Reigns. How can this not be different? Come on now.
For the longest time, I really started to believe that you just had this deep anger, this like hatred for CM Punk, and you sounded so self-righteous when you were talking about Roman Reigns, but now I'm starting to see that maybe you were just jealous.
Uh-oh. That's not going to go over well.
Maybe you just wanted to be in the position that they were in.
Sammy, look, I am not CM Punk. I am not Roman Reigns. This is the vision for the future. You and me, we've gone back many, many years talking about what that future would look like. This is our future.
What a coincidence that is. That the vision for the future of the WWE, the vision for the future for this entire industry for years to come, it all revolves around Seth Rollins being front and center.
It's not a coincidence.
Uh-oh.
I'm the best man for the job. You know this.
Yeah, that's my point, Seth. That's my point. It's not a coincidence. It's hypocritical.
Ooh. He's not going to like that word.
And you spend all this time talking about the bloodline this and the bloodline that.
This is not the bloodline. Quit comparing me to them.
How is it different? You've got the wise man right over there, and you've got your little dog right over there.
Wow, your little dog, too.
Who, by the way, if he keeps looking at me like that, is going to get his face kicked in.
Wow. Anyway, you stuck around for that ad break. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel.
Just calm down. Hey, what is this? What is this? What is going on here? Sammy, you came out here to be honest with me. Well, let me be honest with you. This is the vision for the future. And you are either with us or you become a target.
Oh.
That's not a threat. That's not a threat. I don't want you to become a target. Because this whole thing, it's bigger than us. It doesn't matter if I hate you like I hate Roman and Punk. It doesn't matter if I love you the way I love you. You stand in our way, you become a target. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you, honestly. So look, we can find a solution to this. We can find a solution. It doesn't have to come to blows. We can get you out of harm's way. The wise man, you can pull some strings. We can get you moved off of Monday Night Raw.
What?
No, it's not. Look, that's not
What?
a threat. That's not a threat. It's just you're clearly not going to buy in to what we are selling. So maybe we can cash you out. It's not a threat, Sammy. It's an offer. It's an offer. It's a favor. So look, just think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
So Seth Rollins is
But we're
giving
gonna need
Sami
an
Zayn
answer
an
by
ultimatum,
the end of the night.
whether he wants to stay on Raw and become a target for this new group led by Seth Rollins, or if he wants to be moved over to SmackDown, where it's a lot safer for Sami Zayn. Braun Breaker's intense, man. Braun Breaker's
Seth
intense.
Rollins calling this group the future of the industry. And Pat basically offering Sami Zayn an opportunity to move away from Monday Night Raw or face the consequences. If you're Sami Zayn, what do?
I mean, the way it felt in there, if I'm Sammy, I'm trying to get my ass over to SmackDown. You know, they're offering him a reprieve. They're saying, you're either with us or you're a target. Seems like they think Sami Zayn's a target. Get your ass to Friday. Kick off a good weekend on SmackDown.
Big decision for Sami Zayn to be made by the end of the show tonight. Switching gears, let's take you back to last week on Monday Night Raw. A dream match, the world champion Io Sky and the NXT champion Stephanie McCare. This is our highlight of the night.
All right.
Highlight of the night is presented by Xfinity.
It was a tremendous matchup last week between Io Sky and Stephanie McCare. These women battling all over the ring, champion versus champion. And as Io is closing in perhaps on a victory, an assault out of nowhere by NXT's Roxanne Perez. And also Julia, both who have had issues with Stephanie McCare. And as the beatdown commenced, coming to the aid of Io and Stephanie, none other than the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, making a statement last week.
Absolutely. Clear and Haas.
And a loose alliance formed between Rhea and Io last week.
All right, here's Rhea Ripley. The arena just went crazy for Rhea Ripley.
It's Xfinity live and loud in here.
It is loud. They got the decibel reader already going.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
Hey, thanks for doing your daily check-in. Also, First Chatter is available. So you know, First Chatter is available.
From Adelaide, South Australia,
What's today's date? The 20th.
Pat, I had a chance to talk with Rhea earlier today, and she said it's time to teach some lessons to one Roxanne Perez tonight.
It's an ass kicker from Australia.
Rhea's in action, live against Roxanne Perez on Raw.
Should be good. Should be good. All right, I got to be careful because I don't need. See, I'm getting commercials now for like the longest for like a month. I wasn't getting any commercials. Plus, I pay the higher subscription fee for Netflix without ads. Why am I watching a fucking Snickers commercial? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm still shocked by some of the stuff at Mania, like Tiffany Stratton going over Charlotte clean and Io winning that match. I think what it is we have to be accustomed to maybe things are not the way they used to be. So like all of our predictions and the way we think we know wrestling, it's not that way anymore. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's just different now because you see a lot of, I don't want to say flip-flopping and playing hot potato with championships, but you take case in point the Women's United States Championship and Zelina Vega winning the title. I wouldn't have expected that happening on Friday. I didn't expect that to happen and just like out of nowhere for no real reason, no real build up to having Chelsea lose the title, but she loses it anyway. So I think a lot of the things we've become accustomed to in terms of what we think is going to happen and winners and losers and things like that, I think WWE is going to be playing it a lot more unpredictable than what we're used to. I think that's the case. I think it's going to be a lot more unpredictable than it used to be. But either way, I thought the match between Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton was good. And, of course, that triple threat match with Io Sky beating Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair was just fantastic. It's just fantastic. Good thing I have the audio on mute so we don't have to watch this Real American beer ad. Who the hell wants to see that? I don't give a shit about shitty beer. Once again, we are live tonight on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. So you have multiple places to watch my face, whether it's Twitch, twitch.tv/ringside rundown, TikTok, tiktok.com/@ringside_rundown, or YouTube, youtube.com/@ringside runpod. A bunch of places to look at my face. You say they're going for more unpredictability, but I saw Cena winning a mile away. I didn't see it happening. I gotta think differently. I mean, some people might have seen it that way, but I feel like even the way that Cena won was deemed a little unpredictable, you know? Just the way he wrestled that style of match was very unpredictable. I thought it was different. It was more slow. It was more plotting. Again, his whole thing is he wants to ruin professional wrestling, so why not make it boring? I wouldn't say the match was boring, but it was a little bit of a more boring style as we head back to the ring.
One-on-one match in their career. It happened back in 2022. Pick your poison match at NXT. Rhea Ripley would come out on top. But this is a very different Roxanne Perez that we've seen in the past.
Roxanne
playing up the heel role.
A lot of confidence. Once again, for good reason.
Not wanting to lock up properly with Rhea just yet.
Spent a lot of time on Monday Night Raw this year, Pat, despite the fact that she's part of NXT. In fact, she's 2-0 in matches here on Raw.
Rhea Ripley, also an NXT icon like myself.
Oh, goodness.
Again, she's not wanting to lock up.
As we're seeing some head games come from Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure you want to be playing mind games with Rhea, but that paid off.
Oh,
Roxanne.
wow.
Great move.
Roxanne taking out the knees.
I love what Roxanne has decided to do here.
The prodigy, Roxanne Perez now attacking Rhea Ripley. You take the leg out, you take the knee out, Pat, you take away Rhea's power.
Also, you play a little mental games before we even get
Paintbrush
started.
slap from Roxanne there.
Rhea Ripley in the mouth.
And this is that change in attitude that Roxanne Perez has
Roxanne's a little quick.
The past couple of years. It's been wonderful.
Nice uppercut there.
Process of this young woman.
Oh, but Rhea gets the boot up.
Boot by Ripley.
Well, just like Rhea Ripley told us WrestleMania week.
Now Rhea's smelling blood, going for a razor's edge.
Rhea Ripley has done that. Roxanne thinks
Roxanne holding on to the ropes with her feet.
Hang on to the top ropes.
Ducks the attack.
Use her speed in this matchup.
Wheelbarrow into a side headlock, into a cover predicament. Nope, never mind.
Roxanne now.
Oh, hell.
Going back to the leg.
Continues to work on the left leg of Rhea Ripley.
So it's working hamstring there whenever it was
Rhea kicks out of the predicament. Roxanne back to the leg.
Laredo, Texas, trained by the great WWE Hall of Famer and voice of NXT, Booker T.
We've been learning about Roxanne through Booker T for a long time. Obviously
Roxanne through the ropes, and she gets caught.
Rhea Ripley. And there's the power of the Eradicator. And sends power
into the barricade. Match between Io and Roxanne would absolutely kill it. Main event that match on any PLE. That sounds like a good match. For sure. Would love to see that.
Ripley now dropping a
Rhea Ripley dropping Roxanne over the barricade.
Take control of this matchup. Monday Night Raw tonight in Kansas City. Nick Aldis, the general manager, one night only. Adam Pearce has the weekend off. Maybe we should have got Shaquille O'Neal to be our general manager.
What?
I just signed to be the general manager of Sacramento State's college team, I believe.
Interesting, as Roxanne is knocked off the apron by Ripley.
He's a good businessman. He's doing
in this spot right here.
Monday Night Raw.
Roxanne Perez holding her own and then some. And again, continues to work on the left leg of Rhea. This has been tremendous strategy by Roxanne Perez in this match.
You think about from the very
Roxanne trying to take out the legs of Rhea Ripley.
She's been attacking the knee and the hamstring.
Saw this aggressiveness in the match against Stephanie McCare.
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Tuesday on the CW.
That looked like it hurt.
In deep, deep trouble, and Roxanne having her way with Ripley.
Roxanne coming off the ropes.
Chopping down Rhea Ripley here.
Tilt-a-whirl into a side Russian leg sweep that's blocked.
Ripley able to block.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Ripley needed that.
Nice sequence there.
As she checks on her knee.
The three-time women's world champion trying to regain control of this matchup. And again, just really cannot balance on that left leg that's been assaulted by Perez in this match.
Roxanne's been unbelievable here. Rhea Ripley, not only a three-time champ, but also a main eventer in a stadium.
Went for the crossbody. Rhea Ripley, though, able to catch her.
Rhea Ripley caught Roxanne
Netflix worldwide.
into a vertical suplex. Very nicely done, Rhea Ripley. Drop kick. Jesus. What a drop kick.
Rolling out of harm's way as Rhea Ripley looks to recover. What a match this has been.
Oh, and we go into another commercial break. Drive time, whatever, yeah. I can't believe we have commercials. I hadn't had commercials in such a long time. This is annoying the shit out of me. It's annoying the shit out of me. What's the point of paying the higher tier for no ads and I get an ad about freaking drive time? I don't know. But like I said, check us out. We're dropping a new episode of the Ringside Rundown on Wednesday morning. We got some questions in already that we're going to be answering. A lot of questions still about WrestleMania. So a couple questions about WrestleMania and stuff like that. So definitely, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them. Two places you can drop them. In the Discord, there's a specific channel for podcast questions. So if you have a question about anything wrestling related, like AEW, WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, CMLL, Stardom, Marigold, whatever you may have a question about anything wrestling related, don't be afraid to drop it there under that tweet on our Twitter. For those of you that are on other platforms like TikTok and YouTube, you can go over to Twitter, x.com/ringside rundown, and the pinned tweet is for the podcast. That is for the podcast episode that we are recording tomorrow, and it'll drop on Wednesday. But if you want us to answer a question for you on the podcast, you can do so by dropping it under that tweet. Again, that's on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I don't call it X because I think calling it X is stupid. But if you have to go check out the Twitter and drop your question, it's x.com/ringside rundown. You can do so. Drop it there. And we'll answer your question on the podcast. But right now we are in commercial break, waiting for Monday Night Raw to come back. Roxanne Perez and Rhea Ripley. Roxanne doing a wonderful job taking on Rhea Ripley, working her leg to the fullest extent. I'm waiting to see where they're going to use Roxanne, whether they're going to use her on SmackDown predominantly or Raw. I think she's pretty much finished up with NXT. She's done a great job in NXT as the two-time NXT Women's Champion. Definitely will go down as one of the NXT greats. But I think it's time for her to move on to something bigger and better like Raw or SmackDown. Hopefully this is the steps to make that happen, as we're almost back to the arena for the action. She still has unfinished business as NXT, namely one Cora Jade. She deserves the call-up, but I want to see her and Cora finish up their program. I could take it or leave it, to be honest with you.
Oh! And a kick out at 2 by Roxanne
Like, Cora
Perez.
Jade is
Everything
like
Roxanne's
hit or
doing is
miss with
working
me
right
for
now.
some reason.
She's got Rhea reeling.
This has been an incredible strategy. Ooh, by Perez. Now
attacking her knees, attacking her lower body, trying to get her strength out of the match.
Yeah, trying to.
Roxanne's got Rhea in kind of like a leg lock.
Again, we'll take it what happened moments ago when we.
Boom.
Roxanne Perez. This is awesome. It's a springboard moonsault by Perez. Been so impressive.
Very
in this
nicely
match.
done
And
by
I talked
Roxanne.
a little bit ago about the
She's showing she
maturation
can get
process
it
of this
done.
young woman.
I think
She's taken Rhea Ripley to the limits, and Pat, we said, can you
I think it
imagine
might
if
be
Roxanne
time to
can knock
bring
off
her up
this
and keep
number
her up, you know?
3-time Women's World Champion tonight.
Couldn't fathom what Roxanne Perez would feel like.
Both
this
women
evening.
slugging it out
Rhea Ripley
on a
was not
grounded
expecting
position.
This, I do believe.
Her dreams since
Roxanne
she was 16
relinquishes the
was
hold,
to be a
goes back to
WWE
the leg
superstar.
though.
Here she is opening Raw.
She is
And
just
look at the,
bending the
look at the
shit out of
position
that leg,
the
bro.
leg of Rhea Ripley.
You like lame ducks
Rhea
like
trying to
Nia
fight
Jax,
her way
but
out
you
of
don't
it.
like
Perez
Cora
just
Jade.
continues the
I mean,
attack.
like I said, she's like hit or miss with me.
Yeah,
You know,
relentless by
I'm not
Perez.
saying she's
Still
bad.
hanging on. Rhea trying to fight out, trying to create
I just
some
haven't
space.
seen
Finally able to do it.
anything that has wowed me, made me look at her differently
Oh,
like I
big
look
kick
at the
from
other
Perez,
women
and
like
now it's
Kalani
Roxanne Perez
Jordan
who's stunned.
or
Rhea
Jada
really on one
Parker
leg, looking to turn things around with a clothesline.
any of those ladies, Sol Ruka.
Not allowing any space.
What's going on, Jose, over on TikTok? Thank you
Nice
for
kick
joining
to
the
the
chat, man. I
Midsection,
appreciate it.
Bad leg, though.
Barely able to plant.
Rhea, though,
Rhea has got Roxanne up. She wants to hit that Razor's Edge powerbomb.
There you go.
Oh, fuck. She folded her. And a Shining Wizard to follow up.
By Ripley.
And a kick out.
Grabbed her bad leg. She couldn't plant that bad leg pass.
Jesus.
That allowed Perez to kick out.
She folded her with that powerbomb.
Razor's Edge, and then a shin to the jaw.
But watch this. Watch this. Well, I was going to say, she couldn't plant her leg, Pat. And that was one of the reasons that Perez was able to kick out because of the injured leg. Again, here's another look at that. This is important. It's going to be a story throughout this matchup. As Rhea goes for the cover here, normally she would plant the left leg. Not able to do that.
Yeah.
It allowed Perez to kick out.
Only halfway on there. Perez was able to take advantage. Roxanne hadn't attacked Rhea's knees.
Rhea
That's probably
pounding
one, two,
away on
three.
Roxanne.
Oh, now we got
Here's Julia. Julia's here.
Former NXT Women's Champion, running buddy with Roxanne Perez is out here. Again, another NXT superstar invading Monday Night Raw's turf. Rhea and Julia got into it last week.
That's kind of what this feels like. It feels like an invasion. Roll up by Roxanne. Ooh, that was close.
The slight distraction by Julia. And Perez now, face first goes Rhea.
Nice tilt-a-whirl head spike. Off the
Perez
ropes.
could be closing in. Big knee to the back of the neck for a massive upset here tonight.
Ripley kicks out again.
I thought that was it.
A pretty good
I
match.
thought the Prodigy had the biggest win of her career here on Monday Night Raw.
Screaming at the official, wanted a quicker count, but Rhea was able to kick out.
Oh,
Ooh, toughness check, late.
Yeah, well, that slap, I think, just ticked Rhea off. But maybe not.
Roxanne
looking
going
for
for
Pop
Pop
That's
Rocks.
Roxanne Perez's finishing move. Rhea able to hook her, though.
Oh.
Perez.
Knee strike just laid out Roxanne Perez.
Julia lurks at ringside.
Julia just had to watch Roxanne's jaw get kneed from here to Kansas City, Kansas.
I can't wait to tell Julia's story down the road. Roxanne, though, tried to roll up Rhea. Headbutt by Ripley. Looking for
Riptide.
Julia won't let it happen right to the bad leg. The bad leg of Ripley.
Wow, Julia caused a disqualification?
And Julia and Roxanne Perez, who made a statement last week, going to do the same thing again here tonight. I have no idea what these two young women are trying to accomplish.
Uh-oh, it's Io Sky.
But they've caused issues not only with Rhea, but with this
Io
woman.
Sky is flying down the ring.
Io Sky.
Shote palm strikes for everybody.
For themselves. Well, say hello to our champ.
Uh-oh, Julia inadvertently just struck her buddy. Io Sky gonna make her pay.
Yeah, do the Io Sky emote.
From Rhea Ripley last week. Io caught up on the ropes.
Io goes over.
Kick to Perez.
Oh, no. They tripped up Io.
Causing her to lose her balance, and now again this.
Now Julia and I was gonna say Cora Jade. Julia and Roxanne Perez
Rhea Ripley makes her way to the ring and
go pounding on Io Sky, but get run off by Rhea Ripley, who re-enters the ring.
Leaving quite a mark on the Monday Night Raw roster.
Well, they certainly are making a name for themselves. And I'm not sure they want to mess around with Rhea and Io.
Hey, we're in the Judgment Day clubhouse.
Welcome back. Hey, I need to talk to you about a couple things. Sure, can you give us a sec? Go ahead. Hey, I'm happy you're back and all, but I'm just gonna go out and say it. I thought you would have told me you were returning last week.
That's a weird team to me, Julia and Roxanne Perez. I don't understand why they're suddenly palling around
Look, it's
together.
cool that you told
I
me.
don't either. I don't know.
But I wish you had told me too. I know. Listen, I called him. He won the Intercontinental title. I was congratulating him. I was cleared quicker than I thought it was going to be.
Hey, is everything okay here?
Yeah, it's all good. Just two mates catching up.
Oh, good. But why aren't you guys getting ready for your match?
Our match?
Yeah.
What match?
I was going to tell you. Liv thought it would be a good idea for us to make another run at the tag team titles, and I thought that was a great idea. So I went to Nick Aldis, and I got us a match of the Warriors tonight. You were supposed to tell him.
There's been so much going on in the clubhouse and this slipped my mind. I'm so sorry, but since you're not a champion, I thought you'd be interested.
Of course I'm interested.
Damn.
But in future, can we please keep me in the loop around here?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry. Yes.
All right. I better go get ready.
Tape up.
Have fun.
Come on, sis.
I'm sorry. It's slipped my mind. It's slipped my mind.
Looks like everyone's gonna be a champion.
Dominic, what?
should be a champion too.
How you guys doing over here?
Oh.
You're winning so hard.
Carlito's thinking about winning himself a championship. What championship is Carlito going to go after?
Logan Paul, WWE superstar, social media megastar. Logan's here live in Kansas City.
All right.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Who you throwing a tomato at, huh? Who got a tomato? Logan? Logan Paul, yeah, I figured that. I want to see what Logan Paul has to say, what he's got planned. Because now he's going to come out, he's going to say stuff. He's going to talk about his win at WrestleMania. Appreciate everybody tuning in, whether it's Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube. I appreciate it. Thank you for checking out the stream. Don't be afraid to say hello. I got everything going so far. Everything's going so good. I can't tell if the TikTok stream is going good. I have no way of really viewing the TikTok stream. It doesn't show up on my phone or anything like that, which is kind of stupid. I think there should be a way that you could actually see it. So, yeah. So if you just joining and you don't know what happened, basically Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker, and I guess by association Paul Heyman, gave Sami Zayn a ultimatum. By the end of the night, Sami Zayn has to let Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker know if he's going to stay on Raw and become a potential target for them, or if he is going to head over to SmackDown where he is safer and he doesn't have to worry about getting run over by Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. But we shall see. Again, he gave him to the end of the night to make up his mind and let the camp know what his plans are. So there you have that. We just saw Roxanne Perez take on Rhea Ripley, and that was a phenomenal match. I thought that was very good. I liked what Roxanne was doing, working the leg of Rhea Ripley. very smart. Again, good match between them, and that was interrupted by one Julia from NXT. And as Jeff said, he's like, why is Julia and Roxanne kind of running buddies now? It kind of doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm willing to see where it goes. More Julia on my screen. I'm not too angry about it. Back to Raw.
Monday Night Raw is live in Kansas City, Missouri tonight. We're at the T-Mobile Center downtown, the 18th time that Monday Night Raw has been here. First time in a year.
That's an interesting venue. The roof of that place looks very interesting.
It's pretty incredible right here, Pat.
124,693 members of the WWE Universe attended WrestleMania, coming from all 50 states in 68 different countries. We can't thank you enough for coming and joining us.
A lot of money was made for WWE. A lot of money.
Hey, yo!
Oh, here we go. Here's Logan Paul.
Hey, that's crazy, because I don't know if y'all remember, but I beat the phenomenal AJ Styles last weekend at WrestleMania. And I hear you people still aren't satisfied. Hey, I get it. You're from Kansas City, you're a victim of circumstance. You don't know greatness when it's standing right in front of you. You people are so stupid.
Wow.
You don't know what a true
What's
legend
going on,
looks
Gomez? Thank you for joining the TikTok chat. I appreciate you.
I'm gonna say something, and it might offend some of you. You're not gonna like it, but a true legend certainly does not look like your current world heavyweight champion.
Thank you for the
Jey
follow,
Uso.
Gomez. Right now in the ring is Logan Paul.
And you know, I had 7 days.
He's doing his
to think
gloating
about it, and
about
I
winning at
realized,
WrestleMania.
Man, I've done just about everything there is to do here in this industry, except win a world title. So Jey Uso, consider your days numbered, because you have something that I want. Yes.
Here's Jey Uso.
Party, Logan.
Logan's gonna have to get used to this.
Here comes Jey Uso, the World Heavyweight Champion.
Kansas Yeedy
Pat McAfee's on the table.
for our world champ.
That young man there in the front row getting the youth classes. The sign says it all. He beat cancer to be here in the front row in Kansas City for Monday Night Raw tonight.
Place is going crazy. Look at all those people yeeting everywhere. Everybody's yeeting and going crazy.
Logan isn't yeeting at this moment. Michael Cole's yeeting.
We're all yeeting.
The Kansas City Yeats.
The Kansas City
Rocking
Yeats.
the building.
The new World Heavyweight Champion. Kicking off WrestleMania weekend with a defeat of Gunther to win this first world title.
Dude, what is Logan Paul doing?
Hold up. Hold up. We're going to silence this noise. Because he think after 15 years, me trying to make a name for myself, finally becoming world champ,
then I'm gonna just hand this over to some punk-ass YouTuber like Logan Paul. Stop. Yeah. Hey, look, let me spin it. Get real with you for a minute. I watched Gunther beat my twin to a bloody pulp, Boost. So it did something to me. It lit a fire inside of me that ain't never going out. So look, this title is not given, it's earned, and it's mine. And if you want it, come take it. 4 letters, 1 word.
Oh my God, Logan Paul looks ridiculous.
You sound so stupid, Oos. I've done more in 4 years than you have in 15. All of you know that's true.
Boo.
So I got something for you,
Shut
Jay.
up.
Here's how this is gonna go.
Shut
That
up.
title, I'm
Boo.
gonna take it from you.
You ain't gonna do
And
shit. You ain't
are
gonna
do
do
what
shit.
You do best.
You
You're
ain't
gonna
gonna
do
do
what
shit.
you always do, and that is
Boo.
crash out, screw up, and lose that title in less time than you held the Intercontinental Championship. So, Jay, enjoy it while you still can.
Shut up. Logan Paul just ate a super kick.
Different man. He's on a different plane. He's on a different level. I'll tell you, Pat, where do I sign up? Where do we sign up for Logan Paul and Jey Uso for the world title? Any kind of shut up, Logan?
Monday Night Raw! It's
I
mine!
got it, brother.
Monday Night Raw! It's mine! Oh my!
I like the way Jey
Monday Night Raw.
handled his business tonight.
And these two have some business to handle after losing their
War
World Tag
Raiders,
Team
they
titles
lost the titles at WrestleMania, so they got to be pissed off.
Looks to get back
I
to
don't
the
know
hunt
how
for
much
the
you want to
tag team
piss off a
titles
bunch
tonight,
of
but a team that
Vikings,
stands in
but
their
they'll be
way.
taking on Finn
The
Balor
returning
and JD
JD
McDonough. JD McDonough back after fucking wrecking himself on that commentary table a couple months back where he cracked a couple ribs, punctured a lung. We're going to commercial break. I want to say thank you to everybody that's watching on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. If you want to check me out on YouTube, that is the link to go check out the YouTube, youtube.com/@ringsiderunpod. We're on YouTube. We're also on TikTok. If you want to check us out on TikTok, you can do so, tiktok.com/@ringside_rundown. Yo. The fuck? Oh, man. But yeah, we're everywhere. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening to watch me watch professional wrestling. Like I said, I am one half of the Ringside Rundown podcast. It's a podcast about pro wrestling where myself and my co-host Shay Hickson answer questions that have been sent in by loyal listeners. They want to know our opinions on things that are happening in WWE. They want to know our opinion on things that are happening in AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, CMLL, AAA, which is now owned by the WWE. A lot of stuff. So if you want to get in on the action and ask us questions, there's 2 places you can drop your questions. A lot of people are on Twitter, or as other people call it, X. If you go to x.com/ringside rundown, you can drop your questions under that pinned tweet, or you can check out the Discord. In Discord, once you hit the green check mark for verification and the whole thing opens up to you. You get into the Discord, and there's a special channel for podcast questions. Again, you can check it out on Twitter or X, whatever you call it, or check out the Discord, which is right there. Discord has other stuff too, whether it be wrestling related, things for content creators to share their content, plus other spots to talk music, movies, TV shows, sports, gaming, whatever you want to. Uh-oh. Okay. That's just my dog Leroy for those of you that are new here and don't know. Leroy is a frequent guest of the stream. He likes to make his presence known by getting our attention by barking. So that's why you hear him barking. He's upset about something. He heard something move. There's nobody. Oh, he figured out a way to go outside. Look at that.
Kansas City Sports Commission is dedicated to making a better Kansas City through sports. Whether it's bringing collegiate championships, the inaugural TKO takeover event, or the 2026 FIFA World Cup to Kansas City, Kathy Nelson, the Kansas City Sports Commission, is supporting Kansas City's reign as the City of Champions. Learn more at sportkc.org. And speaking of champions, Leo joined at ringside on commentary by the new tag team champions. But before we get to them, Pat, give this team a proper introduction.
Monday Night Raw is war.
You do it every time and it's never funny.
Raiders.
It's never funny.
Marcus, they're clocked. What the hell?
Raiders. That's a shame, man.
What are you saying?
We're here for
We
peace.
should be talking about peace.
I have no idea what you're saying, Anubis.
Right now, the tag team champions. You understand that?
It
right?
sounds German.
You understand that, Patrick?
What the hell, Mark? Maybe it was something on commentary that I missed. Wasn't paying attention. I don't know why, but they have me. I have commercial breaks during Raw now. It sucks. It's ass. I hate it.
Actually, we're so excited to see that Pat is here.
My
got
God,
choked
Pat,
out.
we were so concerned about your well-being.
And your friends did nothing to help.
They did. We're absolutely ineffective. Nobody attacked good. Didn't Darius Butler play football? He couldn't break through the security line to help his friend?
Horrible friends.
What happened, bro?
And speaking of King of the Ring, we'd like
They're making fun of Pat for getting choked out last week on Raw.
Who 10 years ago today won the King of the Ring
Why are you
tournament.
talking about Wade right now?
So interesting. He's done
got the greatest tag
Because
team in
Wade's
the
our
history
partner,
right
and we
here.
don't dump our partners
Talk
like you
about
dump
us.
Big E.
No, we dump dead weight. We dump dead weight.
Yeah.
Match is underway. This is
That didn't work out for JD.
War Raiders against McDonough and Finn Balor. Interesting matchup because the Judgment Day
JD
lost
jumps
their
on the
tag
back of
titles to the
Ivar
War
with a
Raiders
side
late last year,
headlock.
tonight, and then later
Off
on,
the
JD
ropes comes
would get injured.
McDonough.
I'm sure his
Again,
legs
McDonough hasn't
flashing
wrestled in
before
quite
this
some
matchup
time.
tonight.
Maybe he'll know not to do
Uh,
something so dumb in this match.
Wow.
After puncturing his lung and breaking a couple ribs,
You think that's impressive?
going
JD
spine
McDonough coming
first
back
into
with
the
a toe.
commentary
my Achilles
table.
off the bone, came back in 9 months. Nobody talked about me. I picked myself up by my bootstraps and we won the tag titles again.
JD McDonough almost killed himself.
Why didn't you talk about what Woods did?
Yeah,
Even
you
with
see,
the same enthusiasm, bro.
I did. We did.
Come on, man. You did not.
You guys are on
Not
a beach.
enough.
You guys are on a beach not listening to anything.
we were on
You should be
vacation.
This on vacation for us, bro. We done did the hard work, bro.
You sound like the Sanders family out here.
Oh,
Body drop.
big
to
back
JD
body
McDonough.
drop.
Xavier, I did mention the fact the Alicia Taylor haircut's great. I like that.
How dare you?
That's so funny because I've been doing hair like this for years. She just got here. Long to have a cup of coffee. You're going to put her over.
Let's talk about these two teams, because one of these teams who wins this match
Nice
could be in line for a future
running
tag
knee
team
strike
title
from
opportunity.
Eric.
Who would you guys like to face?
Tags in Ivar.
Think
You're
about
at the
this.
top of the mountain, man.
Judgment Day, you said they lost
Ivar
the titles to the War Raiders.
splashes Finn
They'll win
Balor
their
and then
second or
sends
third
him
defense
into
in like
Eric.
40 days or something.
Paper champions.
Oh, look at that.
Paper champions. See, y'all don't want to talk about that.
Oh, good
You guys are
Lord.
scared of the War Raiders.
Who's scared of the War Raiders? We just beat them at WrestleMania. What are you talking about?
Hey, they're
talking
they're
about, Patrick?
friends. They're solidified. They're a great friendship, great team.
Oh, yeah, sure. Because when Eric was gone, what did Ivar do? He skyrocketed to the top.
Look at the War Raiders. having their moment.
What y'all want to do? Don't look over here.
You're in a match.
Don't look over here.
Focus on the match, boys.
You see what happens when you don't pay attention?
You see?
Double scoop slam to both members of the Judgment Day.
And Eric.
JD McDonough's left in there with the War Raiders.
Ivar got pulled back down.
Not good for JD. JD about to get squashed.
That makes absolutely no sense.
They were just champions.
And then
Yowza.
now what's Ivar doing? Losing matches at WrestleMania, losing titles.
Yowza.
They should have cut the dead weight like we did.
Ivar could have
Tag between the War Raiders. What do they got in mind right
But
now?
he didn't do that.
Cut the dead weight is what it's called.
We cut the dead weight. We cut the dead weight. Won these titles at WrestleMania. We know Ivar clearly doesn't cut any kind of weight except when he.
Oh shit! Christ!
Shook the ring.
It's impressive.
Holy hell!
Right there.
Holy hell!
Hefty, he's big bone.
He's big.
That was nuts. As we go into commercial break, that was crazy. Holy hell. Now I gotta check what's wrong with my freaking board here. Because now my board doesn't, my stream deck doesn't want to work. Now it's gonna work. You son of a bitch. It's okay, we're in commercial break. We're not missing anything. Just shutting off the audio so I don't get in trouble. Now it works. That son of a bitch. Really quickly, I know he hit the lurk command earlier. I just want to make sure it's working properly. Just want to give a shout out to my boy JDK Nonstop, who streams over twitch.tv/Keely's Network. He's gonna have he's doing some reacting right now to Monday Night Raw, and then after that he's gonna be doing some E-Fed stuff. I believe it's Monday Night Call. You know, call like a bird. Call! You know, like that. So check him out. Again, he's streaming over twitch.tv/Keely's Network. He's a variety streamer. Not only does he does reactions to WWE content, he also does retro gaming. He plays a little bit of Apex, a little bit of Marvel Rivals, a little bit of Final Fantasy, a little bit of Zelda. He also does cooking streams. I believe he's doing a cooking stream on Wednesday. So definitely go check him out. He's got a lot of cool things to offer on his Twitch channel. He does a lot of good work there. So definitely go check him out. Just want to say thank you to all the people that have been joining in on the TikTok. I really appreciate it. Thank you for showing me love on TikTok. It's greatly appreciated. Just started doing TikTok live streams. I think Friday was the first one. I'm hoping I can't see what the stream looks like. So I have not like an elaborate setup for my streams on TikTok. But I have a setup, and I can't tell if it's actually doing that. I got this there. That's that one. That's not going to help me at all. Anyway, we'll just have to wait and see afterwards, and if not, we'll figure it out.
JD McDonough here in Kansas City, and Finn Balor dominating the War Raiders. 11,000 plus here tonight. We've been graced by the presence of the World Tag Champs.
And you know what? Like you said, talk about the match. JD McDonough, Finn Balor been working on this man's neck, but I don't hear you being upset about it. When we did it, we were the bad guys. We were so evil. They do it, you're revered.
It's the way that you guys did it.
We didn't. Why? By not putting a hand on him?
We never.
What's going on, SP? I didn't even see you there in the YouTube. I appreciate it. Sorry for missing out. Got a lot going on. We got YouTube going. We got TikTok going. We got Twitch going. So a lot's going. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out, SP. I appreciate it.
Talk show, Pat, but you're still learning a lot when it comes to this business, and we're going to educate you.
I agree. Every single day I'm trying to learn as much as possible.
Eric gets the tag to Ivar. Finn Balor gets the tag, but he gets a shoulder block, knocking him down. Big side slam from Ivar, coming off the ropes with the basement crossbody, flattening Finn Balor. Jesus.
Agile.
That's what he said.
Strong.
No, we thought he was doing great when he was on his own.
Finn Balor evades the attack, but gets sat on
Highly impressive.
by Ivar. Cartwheels out of the way and the spinning heel kick, taking out JD McDonough.
Spinning heel kick. And he chooses to hang
Good
out.
Lord.
Holds him down.
A man that big shouldn't be able to be doing those things.
So we're impressive because a large man can move around?
Yes.
Ivar into the corner. Finn Balor in trouble.
Finn Balor just got squashed.
That's terrible.
That's not good for Finn Balor, I'll tell you that.
Really not.
No, it's not. And it's not.
I will say the Doom Salt is a terrifying maneuver.
I would say you guys may be scared of the War Raiders because you keep trying to put them down at every turn.
You would say that, but you can't say that because we beat the War Raiders at WrestleMania.
And they're an incredible.
Top of the mountain.
Went for the Doom.
Oh!
Rolled out of harm's way.
War Raiders are an incredible team. We're just that much better than them. That's why we're champions.
That's what happened.
I don't know why this is doing that.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's right. You
I
didn't
just
do
want
any
the chat.
shenanigans to win.
Oh my goodness, a little slow there.
Shenanigans, by that you mean training, working hard in the gym. Look at these abs that I got right now. Look at these abs Kofi got right now. We
Yeah,
earned it.
believe me, we saw it all over social media this week.
The place looked awesome.
Perks and Keikos.
JD McDonough.
JD McDonough. Wow, nice way to stop the tag.
Okay.
Up over the top goes Ivar.
Great to have JD McDonough back.
Yeah.
Did JD even get hurt? Look at this man go.
JD, Acai Moonsault,
Fired up.
takes out both the War
He
Raiders.
wants these titles back so they can just not defend them for 70 days again.
And y'all want to see it. Y'all want to see them as champs. They didn't defend the titles, but what, 2 times?
They wanted to.
That's the kind of champions that you want.
They weren't given the opportunity.
Nice moonsault from JD.
McDonough off the moonsault, and Eric breaks things up in near fall.
Okay.
Referee Jessica Carter.
I had that
hands
stuff
full
in a
this
bowl
matchup.
once. It was pretty delicious.
Watch this. JD looks
Ac-
incredible in his return to action after
Acai,
Easy
yeah,
five months away.
acai.
Judgment
Out
Day.
of the ring just like Ivar should throw him off the team.
very, very nice.
Saw a blind tag right there. Here we go. Oh,
Very
looks so
nice.
impressive. Wow.
Back handspring elbow
Guys, I can do that easy.
Yeah, and you don't
I can
wait
do
from
that very
Ivar.
Yes, and that's not like to my detriment.
That's
not
not an impressive thing to not work out, Michael. Come on.
I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about it, so.
Oh, boy.
Eric now with JD McDonough up.
I agree with that.
Both the
Look
War
at this
Raiders
right
got
here.
both members of Judgment Day, just lawn darted them into each other. Holy shit.
Come on.
Get him in the ring, dummy. You
Get
wanna
him
see
in
that
the ring,
right?
dummy.
Right?
This is why
Take
we're not
one
champions.
and then take the other.
put
Throw him in the ring.
There you go.
You know what to do. Don't look at us. You know what to do. Now you take him and you throw him in the ring.
Throw him
That's
in the
how you
ring.
do it. There you go. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, wait. Finn Balor got thrown in the New Day and then got squashed by Ivar. Holy
You
shit.
guys okay?
The New Day are on their ass over here.
Carlito gets blasted in the face paws.
Looking for the win, kick out by Eric.
Oh, jawbreaker from JD McDonough. Yeah, that big giant head of yours.
That cranium can bust
That
any
big
jaw.
giant head. Carlito lost his apple.
Carlito distracting Jessica Core.
Oh, look! It's Penta! Penta face to face with McDonough. The official didn't see it thanks to Carlito. Carlito's little plan backfired.
Uh-oh. Ivar gets tagged in.
Ivar with a war machine.
Jeez.
Cover. Penta with payback. Raiders with the win.
War Raiders get the win.
I think Finn Balor was taken out. Then Penta showed up in the War Raiders.
That was a pretty good match.
Supreme on Monday Night Raw.
And Penta's had an issue with Balor in the
That was a
Judgment
pretty
Day
good match.
for many weeks now. Is going to gloat in Finn Balor's face.
Pencil walk on the commentary table. Very nice.
Surf walk.
Penta with some payback. The War Raiders with the win.
Good, good.
And the New Day better get ready, Pat, because a war is coming. Pat, listen up. You may need these guys. Backlash is presented by Morgan & Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
America's largest injury law firm. Entered. Go in for the people.com.
Thought about calling them last week.
Sammy?
Oh, snap, Super Saiyan lawyers. Uh-oh, Paul Heyman's in the locker room.
You give us a moment, please. Yes, sir. Sir. You know, Sammy, I was thinking about what you said out in the ring about the bloodline. We're OG bloodline.
That's true. But you just blew up whatever was left of the bloodline with what you did at WrestleMania.
Well, I respected when you broke away from the bloodline and your reasons why, and maybe one day you will respect why I had to do what I had to do. Listen, I didn't come here to talk about the bloodline. You know that. Seth Rollins views himself as the vanguard of the future of this entire industry. And whether he is or he isn't, that's how he views himself. And Bron Breakker, well, that's his dog at the gate. And whether he is or he isn't, that's how Bron Breakker views himself. And Bron Breakker right now is demanding a match with you.
Uh-oh.
And Seth and I, we can't say no to that because...
Thank you, Leo, for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for watching it over on TikTok.
He holds you in such reverence.
Much appreciated. Much love.
If you accept being traded to SmackDown starting this Friday, everybody wins. And listen, I've spoken to Pierce. I've spoken to Aldis. Seth Rollins is going to do you a favor.
Is he?
If you accept this offer, Sami Zayn, upon your entry into SmackDown, you will face the winner of John Cena versus Randy Orton.
Wow.
Just like that.
Talk about incentive.
Undisputed title contender.
Talk about incentive. Go to SmackDown and be a championship contender.
Think of your future, Sammy.
Might want to consider that, Sammy.
Sammy. You can live in the future, or you can die with the past. Think about it.
A lot to think about for Sami
Scary.
Zayn now with that offer on the table. Meanwhile, there is the man. And she has some explaining to do. Becky Lynch destroyed her partner Lyra Valkyria last week after losing the tag titles. The man is live.
All right. Just checking all the particulars. Do me a favor and check out the merch store. We have a merch store. So do me a favor and check out the merch store. It's got all sorts of stuff in there. T-shirts, tank tops, hats, swim trunks, coffee mugs, all types of stuff. Waiting for the new month to come to add some new stuff to it. Gonna add a new design or two. Once I get that all together, I'll be putting that up. We're just in commercial break here. Coming back from commercial break, we're going to hear from Becky Lynch and why she decided to turn on her partner, Lyra Valkyria. We're also going to see if Sami Zayn is going to be switching over from Raw to SmackDown. Paul Heyman just told Sami Zayn, hey, if you switch over to SmackDown, you'll get a championship opportunity against John Cena or Randy Orton, whichever of those two win at Backlash. So there's some sort of incentive, I guess you could say, to go over to SmackDown and stay out of the crosshairs of Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. But we shall see. Kind of tough not to take that deal from the wise man. Letting you guys know the rest of the schedule. We're going to be recording a new episode of the podcast tomorrow evening, and that's going to drop on Wednesday morning. Wednesday evening will be our AEW Dynamite stream. Thursday is a day off. Friday is SmackDown. Saturday, we're going to catch this past Tuesday's episode of NXT and also AEW Collision. So hopefully you guys can join us then. Would love to have you. We're going to be live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. So multiple places to check me out, multiple places to say hello, multiple places to join in on the fun. Hopefully you do so. And if you're watching on any of those platforms right now, please drop me a follow. I would love a follow from you. It would be a great help. If you're on Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube, would love a follow. Consider it. If you follow along, then you'll never miss an episode or a stream or anything like that, or anything that's going on with the Ringside Rundown.
To the west, this is Kansas City, and the home tonight of Monday Night Raw, live on Netflix. And Kansas City's own, our buddy, is here tonight, Pat.
That's right, the voice of baseball for the next generation. MLB,
Hey, Jeff
ESPN Insider, New York Times bestselling
Jeff
author.
Passan.
Jet Passan is in the building tonight. And also, Ryan Blaney, one of the featured NASCAR drivers on this season's Full Speed, streaming on Netflix May 7th. Is he going to chug that beer? No, he's not. Okay. Welcome to the show, Ryan
The
Blaney.
Rizzlers of WWE. Yeah.
Just take
Exactly.
The man has come around to Kansas City.
Yeah, woo, Kansas City. Yeah.
And the man is back in business, so let's get down to business, shall we? Bayley was tragically taken out of her WrestleMania match, but there won't be any murder mystery, any weeks-long who did it. I have examined the evidence. I have reviewed the footage.
It was
and
Becky.
we have found the culprit.
It was Becky.
It was me. I did it.
I knew it. I knew it. I should be a detective. No.
Don't act like I'm the bad guy here.
Okay.
Don't you act like I'm the bad guy. Don't you feign outrage. That woman has attacked me non-stop since 2019. And not one time did she ever apologize to me. But we're all supposed to forget about that, much like Bayley seems to forget what this business is.
Damn.
While she's out here going, oh, everybody, please like me. While she's wearing everybody else's shirts. And she's dancing to everybody's music. And she's going, why haven't I a bigger star?
Damn.
And she got to see what a bigger star looks like when I walk down the ramp at WrestleMania.
Becky's pissed off about something. Becky's got a lot of fire in there.
And that brings me to Lyra. Because there's an old phrase that goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but the reverse also works because the friend of my enemy is my enemy.
Wow. Guilty by association.
Lyra wouldn't be in this business if it wasn't for me. I had high hopes for Lyra. I said that she was going to be the future, but while I was out, she was cozying up to the woman who I've been fighting for the last 6 years.
Damn.
Even that, I still tried to save her, tried to get her to ditch that bitch.
Oh, shit. Okay.
She never would have won them tag titles with Bayley, but it was too late. She was already compromised. She's already a loser.
Damn.
But I showed Bayley what I thought of her before wrestling.
You had high hopes for me.
Yes.
Do you know how many women in that locker room warned me about you?
Damn.
Oh, I bet they did. I bet they did.
Bayley was one of the first, actually.
Of course she was, yeah.
She told me that you would step on anybody's throat if it meant getting ahead. And I didn't buy it. I didn't buy any of it. I didn't buy any of it because I was so caught up in this stupid fairy tale dream about winning Irish Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. I didn't buy any of it because of the hopes that I had for you.
Damn.
And I don't know how it took me manhandle slam after manhandle slam after manhandle slam, but I finally see it now. I know exactly what you are.
What?
The illusion of Becky Lynch
Damn.
is dead. And I'm about to make you pay for what you did to me and Bayley.
Becky got out of there with the quickness.
Becky, really? You're gonna run away? Come on, Kansas City wants to see a fight, right? What's the matter? What's the matter? Are you thinking about the last time we went one-on-one? When I beat you and took your NXT championship?
Damn. Got her.
No. From now on, the man only fights when it matters, and it does not matter in Kansas City.
No love for Kansas City.
I should have seen that coming. I'm sorry, Kansas. The man is too good for Kansas City. Fine then. Backlash. And I bet you're only gonna do it if I put this title on the line. You got it.
All right, you're on. I'm gonna make that matter like I made
That's gonna be
matter.
a good match.
Welcome to the big time.
How about shut the hell up, Becky, because you never made me matter. I made me matter because I am no longer interested in being the next Becky Lynch. I am Lyra Valkyria, and I am going to be a better person than you. And I already know I'm a better wrestler than you.
Damn. There we go. There we go.
Listen to me, you little punk. You would never dream if it wasn't for me. Everything that I've done, the roadmap that I've made for you.
Oh, and Lyra
Damn.
Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria just drop kicked the shit out of Becky Lynch.
Lyra's
Taking it
hurt
right
enough.
to her.
She had her dreams shattered by Becky
Looks
Lynch
like we're going to
last
get a
week.
women's Intercontinental
The most
Championship
emotional
match
that
at
I've seen
Backlash
Lyra in her career.
between
Most
Lyra
fired up this
Valkyria
woman's
defending
fan.
the title
Becky
against
Lynch
Becky
pushed
Lynch.
her to this point.
That should be very
And
good.
Becky going to retreat. I didn't know Adam Pearce is off tonight, but I hope our general manager is watching and makes this match official for Backlash. Because Becky has turned into a bitter and a jealous woman. She took out all those frustrations on Lyra Valkyria, the Intercontinental Champion.
And it feels like Lyra Valkyria is no longer little sister. Lyra Valkyria said, I'm here to be better than you, Becky.
Welcome to the big leagues tonight, champ. Lyra Valkyria sending a massive message to the man.
Not that I've made for you.
I mean, Becky just unhinged back.
Yeah, she lost her mind there. She was turned the
Yeah,
corner,
Becky
and then
Becky a little
Lyra puts two
Becky a
boots
little
right in her
different.
mouth. Becky Lynch scrambles to safety after Lyra manhandles the man here in Kansas City.
Oh,
and
Becky came back. She came around the
Just
back.
like last week.
That's the veteran sneaking out the side door.
She came around the back way.
This match is made official for Backlash a week from
Oh,
Saturday.
damn.
There's gonna be no sneak attacks.
Hey, listen, I need you to calm down, okay? Tranquilo, all right? Now listen, I understand what the Judgment Day did to you last week. I understand you want payback. So tonight, I'm not going to fine you, but I can't let that happen again. You know what I mean?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, good news.
What?
I just made a match next week between you and J.D. McDonough.
Good. I've been ready.
All right.
Thank you. Whew.
Penta was just walking Ivy down for her match, but I couldn't resist the opportunity to talk to another luchador on his descent. Thought you were pretty sweet pulling out a cheap victory against me on our Netflix debut, but look at you now. Dropping the big one at WrestleMania. Nothing to say? What is it, zero miedo? Zero comebacks, you clown. Oh, hey, Penta. You losing wasn't my favorite part of WrestleMania. It was watching your useless brother Phoenix drop his first match to El Grande Americano.
Golly. Yeah.
My brother, pendejo.
Yeah, pendejo.
With the Lucha Bros. Huh? And you know what? Porque yo soy Penta. El Cero. Pendejo.
Ivy better stop worrying about Chad because she's got her hands full coming up
Wow.
next in the match. Presented by Total Wireless.
Next
NXT
up,
Women's Champ Stephanie McCare.
Stephanie
She's
McCare,
spectacular,
Ivy
and
Nile.
she's in
That's
action
gonna be
next
good.
against the Pitbull from American Made, live on Netflix.
I muted it just in time. We don't have to listen to this stupid ass Real American beer ad. Nobody gives a shit about Real American beer. Anyway, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. You could join me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ringside rundown. Over on YouTube, youtube.com/@ringside run pod. And we're also live on TikTok, tiktok.com/@ringside_rundown. Do me a favor, say hello. It doesn't matter whether you're on Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube. Say hello. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. I got all the windows open. I got the TikTok open. I got the Twitch open. I got the YouTube open. I got all of it open. Once again, no stream tomorrow. We're going to be recording a new episode of the podcast. If you want to check out the Ringside Rundown podcast, that's the link to do so. That is a Spotify link, but the podcast is available on multiple platforms. Wherever you listen to podcasts, the podcast should be on there. Just search Ringside Rundown on whatever platform you use. Hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, and you'll never miss an episode. This coming episode, we're going to be answering your questions. We got a lot more questions about WrestleMania. You guys are not done talking about WrestleMania. So we got a lot more questions about that. If you want to check our recap about WrestleMania with our match ratings on what we thought of each individual match, you can check out the podcast. Again, it's a Spotify link, but it's available wherever you listen to podcasts. If not, you can head over to the YouTube. The episode is on YouTube as well. youtube.com/@ringside run pod. We're a little over 30 seconds away from going back to Monday Night Raw, just in a quick commercial break.
I want to provide a fun experience for families in need.
This World Wish Month, WWE is partnering with Make-A-Wish to help grant more
World
life-changing
Wish
wishes
Month.
to children with critical illnesses.
Some of my favorite memories in my career have come from meeting Wish kids at our events.
I met an awesome Wish kid a few months ago. His hope and courage definitely inspires me.
This was my best day ever.
You can help make a wish come true. Find out how you can support Make-A-Wish at wishmaker.org.
This World Wish Month, WWE is partnering with
Gabe
Make-A-Wish
wants to know
help
why
grant
is
more
Sami
life-changing
Zayn turning
wishes for children
into
with critical
Yukon
illnesses.
Cornelius?
Find out how you can support Make-A-Wish at Wishmaker.
Yukon Cornelius. Why does that sound familiar?
Once upon a time, I had it
What?
all.
Yukon
The gold,
Cornelius is pretty
the
funny.
fame,
I don't know why he's turning into
the tank of
Yukon
WrestleMania.
Cornelius. What? Yeah, from Rudolph. I knew it was the lumberjack
Then I
from
lost
Rudolph.
myself.
I knew it. I knew it. I don't know. I don't know, but
I left
that's
the WWE,
that's
and on my way
really
home to
good, Gabe.
Bulgaria, I
That's
fell
a
into the
very
abyss.
good assessment. He does look
In the
like
abyss is where I
Yukon
found myself.
Cornelius.
Healed myself, redeemed myself.
Oh, they're
and
bringing the
fixed
Redeemer, Rusev?
In the hell, I realized I will no longer fight for a woman that isn't mine, or a flag that never was. Had an epiphany. I was finally free to crush people, not because I was told to, but because I wanted to. So now I will use my hands and jack body for good. I will hunt the flawed, the arrogant, those who waste their talents like I did. And through pain, I will perfect them all for good.
Okay.
So my brothers, your lack of suffering ends now. I am the tempest rolling in. I will hunt you, forgive you, and fix you like I fixed myself. But choose your next steps wisely, because for a righteous man, saving you will be no hardship. Ending you will be no loss.
So it looks like the Redeemer, Rusev, has made his way to the WWE. This reminds me of the MMA skit from Key and Peele. Jeez. I don't think that's a good thing. Here's Stephanie Vaquer from NXT. She's the NXT Women's Champion. This should be a good match. She had a great match last week on Raw. Very interested in knowing why they wanted to call, not really, I don't think this is a call-up, but I want to know why they're utilizing her 2 weeks back-to-back. Last week is more expected because it's the Raw after WrestleMania, so that makes a lot more sense. This week is a little different.
The Dark Angel, who has taken WWE by storm since her debut last July.
Too bad we don't have
Mexico City.
Booker T on
The woman
commentary.
who's honed her craft around the world,
So he
including
can't
in
do the
Mexico,
thing.
in Japan. The first woman to ever hold the NXT Women's Championship and the North American Championship at the same time. Stephanie Vaquer is here tonight, live on Raw.
We talked about captivating an entire universe. Vaquer has certainly done that quickly.
Chad Gable claiming that Ivy Nile is the future of the women's division. Claims that Ivy is going to show Vaquer that she's not yet ready for Monday Night Raw. And Chad's big issue was that all of a sudden, all these women are showing up,
Shucky
getting all these
Ducky, we coming for
opportunities.
you, Stephanie.
Someone
Hey,
like Ivy
yo.
Nile's been left in the dust, so great opportunity for Ivy to prove herself
Yeah.
tonight.
Absolutely. Any match on Monday Night Raw is a
Shucky
great
Ducky,
opportunity to prove
quack,
yourself.
quack,
Whether you're the NXT
Stephanie
champion or
Vaquer.
if you're an American maiden, you haven't had a lot of
Yowza.
opportunity. The women on the Raw roster are the best in the world.
Yeah. We saw Julia and Roxanne Perez from NXT earlier tonight. Roxanne with a great match against Rhea Ripley. So Nile and Vaquer square off, first time ever. Ivy Nile still looking for her first.
Nice power move by Ivy Nile going for the cover.
Vaquer.
Vaquer kicks out at 1.
Tackle there by Ivy Nile.
We're getting a little bit of some wrestling.
Technicians. Ivy Nile with the
Ivy
MMA
Nile,
background,
great mat
trained in CrossFit
technician.
Jiu-Jitsu as well.
Definitely going to take it to Vaquer if that's the game.
Kick out. by
Kick
Vaquer.
out at 1.
Vaquer with a
Drop
standing
step
switch.
from Vaquer. Sandbagged by Ivy Nile. That care turns it into a pin cover anyway.
Niles got a kick out of it too.
So clever for Care.
Successfully defended her title WrestleMania weekend.
Side headlock from Ivy Nile.
Also this past Tuesday night on NXT.
Once again, we watch NXT on Saturdays right before we watch AEW Collision. So if there's an AEW Collision this Saturday at 8, which I don't know if there is because of the NBA playoffs, we'll be watching NXT and then Collision. If there is no Collision, or if Collision is on later, then there is no stream on Saturday because I'm a stickler for time. Nice head scissor from Ivy Nile.
This is wild.
Smooth throw into the ropes.
Stephanie answers back with a tilt-a-whirl pin cover of her own. Very nicely done, only gets a 2 count.
You know, pound for pound, Pat, Ivy Nile may be one of the strongest women on the roster.
Sure, and then Stephanie Vaquer is able to manipulate the body and the momentum.
Yeah, nice suplex by Vaquer.
Something like we've never seen before. She was going for a hurricane.
Uh-oh. Is she going to do the thing that Booker T loves?
And here comes Stephanie Vaquer. Where's Booker T when you need him?
I believe this is
Ivy Nile slips out the back door. Hey, yo.
Nile able to counter. Great counter by Ivy.
Very nice counter.
For a smooch.
And now Ivy continues to punish Stephanie Vaquer.
Ivy's got her feet and her knee in the back spine of Stephanie Vaquer. Slips out of the move. Slips in that leg lock.
That's a devil's kiss.
Damn, that's her head. Holy shit. How'd I do? How'd I do? You watching this stream. Commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Commercial break. I think I did pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I did that very well. Commercial break. Again, I don't understand why this is happening to me. I don't have anybody to talk to. Like, I don't have anybody at Netflix that can my life just flashed before my eyes. Damn it. Mike, go to bed. Mike's in France right now. He's on vacation in France. Real rich like. He's been posting up these great pictures in Discord. So if you want to check out pictures from Mike's French vacation, join the Discord by going here and check out all of his wonderful pictures. Thank you for sharing your pictures from France. Thank you for the bits, Mike. I appreciate it. Good night, Mike. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, man. Even on his French vacation, he takes time to stop late in it. What about that? Slipped in and got the first redeemed because nobody did. Look at that. What a guy. What a guy, that Mike. What is happening?
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
Thank you for doing your check-in, sir. I appreciate it. Now you may go to sleep. Now you may retire back to your slumber, sir. You're missing a pretty good episode of Monday Night Raw. A lot of stuff is going down. A lot of stuff has gone down this Monday Night Raw. Roxanne Perez and Rhea Ripley had a pretty good match that was interrupted by Julia. Becky Lynch says that she turned on Lyra because of Lyra's close allegiance with Bayley, and she wasn't happy with that, so she told Lyra, get the F out of here. That led to a confrontation, and it looks like we're going to get, for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, a match between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. And Seth Rollins also told Sami Zayn, hey, go to SmackDown. Oh, no, again. Oh, my God. Good God.
She's just eating Matt.
She did it again to her. Fuck, bro.
Vaquer She's so confident. She's
That
so in
is-
control. No wasted motion. Oh, into the corner with a Meteora.
Meteora in the corner
Very chill.
squashes Ivy Niles'
Went in,
head.
get to her, hooks the
Stephanie
leg, and
Vaquer
Chad
goes for the
Gable
cover,
now.
but Chad Gable
Referee
allows some
Rango.
assistance there.
Didn't
Gets
see
the
it.
foot on the rope.
Big Mets fan. We won again today. And now Stephanie Vaquer rolls out of the ring, and Chad, you better.
You're about to get a devil's kiss, Chad.
And from behind, Ivy Nile with a
Oh!
German suplex. And again,
A
Gable
suplex on the
paying
outside.
dividends.
That's dangerous.
Chad Gable has saved this match multiple times for Ivy Nile. Look how proud he is of himself. I guess you can't hate it. He's out here, and Ivy Nile is taking advantage.
Oh,
Big kick
single
to the corner.
leg
Vaquer's
kick
in trouble now.
from
And
Ivy
Nile
Nile.
loses.
Turns
Big
that
win
into a
tonight.
German.
There's the German
Folds up
suplex.
Vaquer.
Cover. Kick out by
Kick out by
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
It was 275, 28, maybe even 29 there. Ivy Nile had a win. Stephanie Vaquer, desperation kick out.
Ivy now looking to go up top.
I don't know about the strategy here.
Yeah, and it took a little too
Oh,
much time.
paintbrush
The
slap
NXT
from
Women's
Stephanie
Champion
stops
count.
Ivy Niles'
Stephanie
momentum
Vaquer
on the
down.
top rope.
When you get a champion like
Now
Vaquer
she
down,
might
you go
turn
on-
it into a
on top of
superplex.
that.
Ivy trying to block. A lot of fight in the pit bull. Vaquer with a
Headbutt, 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 headbutt.
The feisty Stephanie Vaquer.
Stephanie Vaquer is going
Love
to
that
be a
she
big
just
deal
wanted
when
to
she
do a
finally
headbutt
makes
up on
it to
the
the
top
main
rope.
roster permanently.
And a
What a superplex.
Superplex to Ivy Nile, and she's seeing stars.
Niles still able to
And
kick
Ivy
out.
Nile
There
kicks
again,
out.
the resilience of Niles.
Superplex here by Vaquer. Ivy Nile was in La La Land for half a second, able to kick out.
Indeed it is. Stephanie Vaquer, what a talent. Ivy Nile, one of the great up-and-comers in the women's division.
Those
Fighting it
women
out
on
here
their
in Kansas City.
knees, battling it out. Forearms and punches and slaps and kicks and all that shit. They get to their feet. Oh, those forearms were nasty.
Vaquer
Nice
kick,
midsection
that
kick.
stops Niles.
Vaquer
And now
going for the
Stephanie Vaquer
SVB.
looking to put it away. Trying for her finishing move, the SVB, but able to counter by Niles.
Oh!
Ivy Nile for the win over the champ. Almost 2.5. Ooh, that was close.
Both these women
good.
had dubs tonight. Who's going to be able to finish it?
What a performance by Nile here.
What a performance by Vaquer here.
Nobody home. Ivy Nile
Oh,
got caught
no.
on the second rope. Stepping to Vaquer. Looking
Oh,
to
she's
pounce.
going to hit her with that dragon
She
screw.
noticed the injured leg. Ivy Nile trying to protect herself.
Oh,
Kick
shit.
to the face. Watch this. This is nasty. That
Oh, no me
dragon screw. Trying to rip the knee
gusta.
out.
That'll
That'll
rip
set her
your
up.
knee right out of the socket. SVB coming
Vaquer.
up.
Hooking Ivy
One
Nile.
order of SVB.
SVB. Cover. Vaquer wins.
Stephanie Vaquer gets the win.
Here is your winner, the NXT Women's Champion, Stephanie Vaquer.
Stephanie Vaquer is a problem, a menace, a disruptor, a champion.
Yeah, she has changed the game at NXT and also Monday Night Raw the last couple of weeks. But what a performance by Ivy Nile tonight. You can't take anything away from Ivy Nile in this matchup.
Multiple, this is awesome chance for good reason. Ivy Nile almost had this thing won a few different times, including here. Somehow Vaquer was able to kick out. And this is where
That dragon screw is
it
nasty.
really started turning south. As Vaquer hits the SVB for 1, 2, 3.
The
on Monday
impressive,
Night Raw.
sensational Stephanie Vaquer.
AJ, I know things didn't go the way you hoped at WrestleMania. Logan dug into his bag of tricks and pulled out that W, but look, if there's anybody I know who knows how to make a comeback, it's the phenomenal one, and that's why you are who you are. So if you want to get back on the horse and bounce back, I think we've got a long list of potential opponents for you.
Oh, yeah, I've got some ideas.
Oh,
Some
Nick!
music.
I'm so sorry to tank the ratings on Raw, but I'm going to be needing some time off because I'm going to be filming a big Hollywood movie.
Yes, I'm aware. Congratulations. It sounds very exciting. We're very pleased. And as far as I'm aware, all the paperwork looks good. So, yes.
Thank you.
I need some time off, too.
Yeah, him too.
You?
Yeah, me.
Why is that?
Because I'm the champion and I can do what I want.
No, you should listen to your old man more. When you're the champion, workload doubles.
If Vince were in
You have to show
charge,
up
Gable
more
would show up to NXT in a wig trying to
request
wrestle
denied.
Stephanie like he did with the
You don't mind, I'm in
Luchas.
the middle of a conversation.
We already
What are you
got
talking
him
to me
dressed
about?
as one
Finding a
Lucha.
retirement home?
We don't need him in a dress now.
Did you already break your hip like my deadbeat dad?
That's funny. No, I didn't break a hip. In fact, I'm thinking about breaking something else. Right now.
Do you know what? Do you know what? We don't need this, AJ. We don't need this. Study down. Let's go. You're so much better than AJ. Let's go.
Good advice.
You know what, Nick? You talk about opportunities. I think I just got an idea.
I think I know what you mean.
Here goes, what did
You've got a
Gabe
really
call
big
him?
decision to make
The
tonight.
lumberjack from Rudolph?
Hopefully, you make the correct one.
Again, Sami Zayn has to decide whether he wants to be a target on Raw or go over to SmackDown. If he goes over to SmackDown, Paul Heyman already set it up for him. He gets a chance to face either John Cena or Randy Orton, whoever wins at Backlash, and becomes the undisputed champion. Sami Zayn is already in line for an undisputed title match. The only thing he has to do is go over to SmackDown and leave Raw. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. I would consider it. I would consider it, to be honest with you. You get a title shot and all you got to do is just change brands. That's it. SmackDown's a lot of fun too, but we shall see what Sami Zayn is going to do. Still got a little bit of time left here on Monday Night Raw. Again, want to say thank you to all the people that are watching over on the TikTok channel. If you're on TikTok and you're watching right now, might as well just throw me a follow. Like, be a real nice person and throw me a follow on TikTok. I'd appreciate it. I'll even shout you out if you follow me on TikTok during this stream. I'll even show you some love. So we have yet to see what Sami Zayn is going to do, whether he's going to stay on Monday Night Raw or if he's going to go over to SmackDown and avoid being a target for Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. What else is there left? I mean, there's not much left of the show. Maybe about an hour or so. A little less than an hour left of Monday Night Raw. Is it Gable or is it Americanos? SP wants to know on YouTube chat. It is tonight. It is Gable. So far, it is Gable. We have yet to see any Americano, but we saw that he's a big fan of El Grande Americano. He wore his El Grande Americano T-shirt. Thanks for hanging out, SP. I appreciate it. There's Ludwig Kaiser.
In the bank with On Location, the official fan hospitality partner of WWE. Unrivaled access, unmatched service, and unforgettable experiences. Find your package at onlocationexp.com/money-in-the-bank tickets. But tonight, we're in Kansas City, Missouri, where Monday Night Raw is live on Netflix and presented by Snickers.
I love Snickers. So damn good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to apologize briefly tonight. My mouth got me and Pat in a little bit of trouble last week.
Ludwig, me and her
I dragged
DMs.
you into this situation with Gunther.
Yeah, I don't
However,
understand why I'm
28
getting
years
ads.
sitting
I
behind this
shouldn't
desk,
be getting ads, but I'm getting ads during the intermission. So I'm missing all of the good stuff.
Sometimes I may get a bit carried away, but that's because of my emotion and
I'm
my love
confused. So if he
for what we
goes to
do out here
SmackDown, he
tonight.
gets a title
I
shot
wanna
against
take
the
you back
Raw
to this
champion?
unfortunate
No,
incident
the
last Monday Night
champion
Raw, and
between
Pat and I are
John
just gonna
Cena and
watch
Randy
this
Orton.
along with you.
They're considered the SmackDown champion. John Cena is considered the SmackDown champion. He's just John Cena. He can go wherever he wants to. Since when? Yeah, the World Heavyweight Championship has always been the Raw. Yeah, no, World Heavyweight Championship was always the Raw Championship. The SmackDown one was the Undisputed Championship that Cody held for the past year.
So our general manager, Adam Pearce, has suspended Gunther indefinitely and has fined him an undisclosed amount of money.
Yeah. I think it's time for me to address the situation.
Uh-oh, Pat McAfee's got something to say.
It is my honor to get a chance to chat in the city of the home of the...
Yeah, but you guys lost to the Eagles.
This place is glorious, and it's the right place for me to deliver this message. I think there's a lot of people that have forgotten who the hell I am.
Oh.
I've had such a successful career on a microphone, I think I have even forgotten who the hell I am. This past week has made me look in the mirror and realize some things. That I'm still that dog that was born in the East Hills of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to a truck driver that was trying to go paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. I am a man that was not handed a lot in this life. I am a man that is lucky to be blessed with great friends. I am a man that went from being an irrelevant bum to a human that is known in basically every city in this country. I don't have more talent than anybody. I'm definitely not better looking than most folks. But I happen to have a few things that I hope people will remember me by whenever my time has come to pass. When I die and I'm 6 feet in the dirt, I hope they say that guy was an incredibly hard worker. He worked his ass off, not only for himself, but for his friends, for his family, for his community.
Can't hate on that.
I hope they say he was an empathetic man. Whenever he received a lot, he gave back a lot. He gave millions of dollars to his community, in children's hospitals across the country, in military foundations, in homeless shelters, in LGBTQ communities, in public school foundations, in underprivileged communities and societies. I hope they say when I die that I gave back and left the world better.
Why is
than
Pat's
whenever I
finisher
came
not
into
the
it.
punt?
And last but not least,
Hey, that's a good
when
question.
I'm dead and gone,
He'd kill Gunther
they
with
will
the punt. He
say
might, yeah, you're right.
that I was a loyal mother.
He said motherfucker, though. He said motherfucker. He would kill Gunther with the punt. That would be a smart idea. Just for him to haul off one fucking...
You must ride
just one...
for those
Wow.
that ride for you. If one go, all go. You're either with me or against me. And there's one man that has been with me.
He was one of the
since
hardest
day I
kicking
met him,
humans on
and
the
he
planet.
just so happens to be the greatest of all time.
Didn't he do that to Adam Cole? You should do it to everyone. I think he did it to Adam Cole, and they used that as like, oh, he knocked out Adam
I will be
Cole.
loyal till I'm in the soil. And if somebody wants something with him, they got something with me. So last week, when that Austrian asshole put his hands on the GOAT, I had no other option but to protect my boy. It was deep in my soul. It was deep in my blood. After it happened, obviously,
I would wear an Austrian asshole shirt.
And I see myself choked out all over the
No,
internet.
don't wear an Austrian asshole
my friends
shirt.
and family saying, I don't think you should be doing that to Gunther. He's in his prime. He's the former world heavyweight champion. I said.
He said, fuck that.
If I die, I die. You got a problem with Cole, you got a problem with me, Gunther.
Is he challenging Gunther?
SmackDown's version of Adam Pearce. Please come out here.
He's got an issue. Is he going to challenge Gunther to a match? I heard it out loud and was like, nah, never mind.
Mr. McAfee, I know Adam Pearce's management style tends to be let chaos reign supreme on Monday nights, but I'm in charge tonight and I do things a little bit differently. Now, you and I know that this is not the time or the place for this discussion, but you called me out, so here I am. So please, keep it professional, Pat.
I know you're just a middle manager, just like Pearce, and Pearce, we miss you. But I know you have the power on this particular evening to make some things happen. I don't like that Adam Pearce suspended Gunther. I don't like that Gunther isn't here. I want you to lift Gunther's ban, and I want to fight Gunther ASAP.
What? Why would you want to die?
I had a feeling you might say that, which is why I already discussed this ahead of time.
Why would you?
As far as lifting the suspension on Gunther so you can get your hands on him whenever you want,
He's going to punt his head into the crowd. I don't know, man.
You two are far too valuable assets to the company. I can't take that risk. But speaking of value to the company, I have an alternative. We can lift the suspension on Gunther, and you can get your hands on him in a sanctioned contest inside a WWE ring. Pat, what I'm proposing is this. Pat McAfee versus the Ring General Gunther, one-on-one at Backlash.
Why would you want that?
Me and Gunther, one-on-one, St. Louis, Backlash.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would you want that? That's not smart.
I hope you know what you're doing, Pat. Nonetheless, we'll get
That's
his reaction
not
in a moment.
smart. That's not wise,
Backlash,
Mr.
of course,
White.
To hell with Gunther, Michael Cole.
Speaking of Backlash, John Cena, Randy Orton will battle
crazy.
for the undisputed WWE Championship. It may be the last time they ever meet for a title. Let's take you back to the first time it happened. Cena versus Orton. One of the great rivalries in the history.
Here's a vignette for John Cena and Randy Orton. They've been battling for forever. Not 25 years because they both came up in 2002. So I would say 22 years, but we're going to round it up because we're WWE.
You have two extremely popular superstars, both traveling their own paths until you get a collision.
These two young men putting it all on the line, giving their all. This is what
Not gonna lie, if I was just trying to get my get back for choking me out and threatening my homie, I just hit him with the chair, and as soon as it started, and then go to town after the DQ. That's smart. I mean, that's what anyone would do in a real fight, especially in that situation. You know? It's like that whole big debate they're having on Twitter now. 100 guys versus one gorilla. You know? It's kind of hard to predict whether 100 guys can beat one whole silverback gorilla. I mean, if they all work together, maybe.
is over for Randy Orton at SummerSlam.
It's like a great rivalry in sports. Red Sox, Yankees really cemented both guys as the top names of their era.
Well, for nearly 20 years, these two have battled for world championships around the world. This could be the final time. And it takes place in Randy Orton's
It should be the final time.
Missouri, a week
That's what John Cena said.
Cena, Orton, for the
If they were all actually prepared to fight, the last like 25 might have a chance to take down a tired 75-person murdering gorilla. Yeah, you gotta maybe bite your time.
My brother from another mother. Just checking on you, man. I know you got some big decisions to make tonight.
Big decisions. Yeah.
Well, look. Whatever decision you decide to make, it's gonna be best for you. Love you, dog.
Love you too, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for that.
For sure.
That's what I needed to hear. I gotta go.
Maybe he's gonna say something now. What the fuck?
Woo!
God
That's
damn!
karma, Oos.
Jesus Christ. My God, how do you just run up on somebody? Have some couth. Have some tact. Jeez, Lou. Coming up on the last little bit of Monday Night Raw here, so I thank you guys for hanging out with me, rocking with me this entire time. It's appreciated. Very kind of you. Once again, we're not going to be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be recording an episode of the podcast. So if you have a question that you would like us to answer on the podcast, I guess you could drop it in the chat and I'll save my answer for the podcast. But you can also drop it on Twitter and Discord. This is the Twitter handle. That link takes you directly to the tweet for the podcast where we use to keep in line what the questions are. Because, again, that's the whole purpose of the podcast is we answer questions sent in by listeners about anything involving professional wrestling. So if you have a question, you could drop it underneath that tweet. Or if you're in our Discord, you could hop in Discord and there's a special section for podcast questions, right? You just go to the Discord, and when you hit the Discord, which is right here, once you go there, it'll take you to a page. All you got to do is hit that green check mark to let us know that you're not a bot, that you're an actual person. And then when you get in there, you'll see the channel for the podcast questions. You could drop your question there if you choose not to drop it in the Twitter link that's there. How does Eric feel about the... I can't even say that. From Trollolero Tralala versus Bombardino Crocodile. You gotta stop watching those fucking brain rot videos, dude. Those things are fucking you up. You gotta stop with the brain rot videos, my man. The brain rot videos are killing you. Raw's in Omaha, Nebraska next week, so you know that shit's gonna be dead. Rusev versus Otis next week.
Pound Otis from Alpha Academy.
That's gonna be fun.
And also next week, Penta. Looking for some retribution and revenge on the return.
Penta will be taking on JD McDonough.
Penta, McDonough, live on Raw.
Do you think Tung Sahur will do a run in at Backlash?
Approves, it's official.
I tell you.
Pat McAfee's going to have a wrestling match a week from Saturday in St. Louis against Gunther. What on earth are you thinking?
Yeah, I think I kind of blacked out up there. I got to fight. I'm fighting Gunther.
Yeah, you're fighting Gunther, buddy. You're fighting Gunther, buddy.
Let's get to Seth freaking Rollins, who is in the ring. We await the decision by Sami Zayn.
Well, we are here. It is nearly the end of the night, so Sami Zayn, I'd love for you to come out here and let's talk this out, my friend.
All right, so here's the deal. If you haven't been paying attention, Seth Rollins basically gave Sami Zayn an ultimatum that said, hey, if you're going to be on Raw and you're not going to go in line with what I got going on here, you become a target of mine, the wise man, Paul Heyman, and Bron Breakker. But if you don't feel like being a target and you don't feel like getting stomped out, you can always go over to SmackDown. And Paul Heyman let Sami Zayn know that, hey, if you go over to SmackDown, I did a little favor for you, and you are the #1 contender for the Undisputed Championship, whoever wins out of John Cena and Randy Orton. So now we find out what Sami Zayn is going to do. Is he going to take the deal and go to SmackDown, or is he going to remain on Monday Night Raw to prove a point to Seth Rollins?
Sammy, before we get to the decision, I know you've had all night to think about it, but I thought about it a lot since earlier. Just hear me out, all right? Just hear me out. You're putting me in a very, very difficult position. You're putting me in a really tough spot, okay? Because we go back a long way, and I for the life of me, I don't want to see anything bad happen to you, okay? And I get it. You don't like Bron, you don't like Heyman, but this is me we're talking about here. 20 years of friendship. This is you and me. Last week I watched
He's got
you
Nana's robe on.
You celebrated
It does look like the embassy
with
robe.
Jey Uso because you guys are friends. And when you came out here
You should have seen the sunglasses he had on earlier. They were crazy.
I know you don't agree with it, but me and Bron and Heyman, that is the way forward. I believe with my whole heart that that is the vision for the best future of WWE. And trust me, I wish I had somebody else to believe in, but there is nobody better to lead us into that future than me.
Good luck.
And the fact that you don't believe in me, that hurts. Because this business, man, it tears relationships apart. It tears friendships apart. We've both been on either side of those things. And you know
After everything that's been said and been done, I mean, how many true friends can you count on one hand that you've made in this business?
Not Kevin Owens.
2, 3, 4, less than 5. But for me, you are one of those true friends.
Wow, what a guy.
When my baby girl was born, you were one of the first people that I called. You just become a new father yourself. I was scared out of my mind, man. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to turn. I came to you, and you gave me some of the best advice I've ever gotten in my entire life. I will forever be grateful for that. Now, please, allow me to return the favor and give you a piece of advice that could save your life.
They're threatening to kill Sami Zayn. They're threatening to kill him.
Take the pass, Sami. Take the way out. Whatever Heyman's got lined up for you, take it, man. Because if you stay on Raw and you don't believe in me, bad things are gonna happen to you. And I love you.
I mean,
man,
how
and
many Braun Breaker spears could one man possibly take? Sami Zayn, not many. Sami Zayn probably can handle a good 3. We had a chatter come in and say he looked like Yukon Cornelius from the Rudolph movies.
As a friend, I'm sorry. Everything you're saying is absolutely true. Our friendship transcends this business. Our kids are very close.
Not me.
Friends.
I'd die
They
from
play
the sight
together.
of dudes sprinting toward
Very
me.
good friends. You're right, a real one.
Your body
A real
shuts
one.
down before
And
you even
outside of
gets
that
there.
ring, that is absolutely true. When it comes to everything that you say inside of this ring, I think you're playing games. And you are good. Seth, you're good, man. You've always been good. I've never been that great.
I'd fall from
You're
like
really
a
good.
disconnected
That's why you're in the
Matrix
position
Pro
you're in.
Tag.
It's part of it. That's part of it.
Oh, man.
And you know, because of how close we are, you know exactly what card to play because I have confided in you over the years. I have told you how much the one thing that has eluded me my whole career, how much it nags at me. That one thing that I have eluded me this whole time, a WWE championship, the world championship, and now you're dangling that in front of me. That's what you're doing. So friend or not friend, for as long as you've known me, Seth, have you ever known me to run away?
Never.
You talk about hurt feelings. I'm not gonna stand here while my friend threatens me. Because make no mistake about it, what you're doing right now is you are threatening me. You are
That's
saying
what I
that
said.
if I don't acquiesce,
That's
if
what
I
I
don't
said.
submit to your vision, your plans of the future, then I become a target. But guess what? I have been a target 1,000 times before. I can live with being a target, but I cannot live being blackmailed, blacklisted, blackballed, extorted, strong-armed. I will not be threatened.
Damn. Sammy ain't playing.
I will win a WWE championship. I will become a world champion.
Leroy said so. Leroy agrees.
And when I do, it will not be because of any favors from anyone. It will be because I did it my way. I did it the right way. So, buddy,
I feel that, though. The easiest way to make me mad is to threaten me with some shit. Yeah.
I love you.
For sure.
but this is me telling you to go to hell.
This is what makes WWE so good, is that they're able to tell stories by using real human emotion and real human situations. We've been in this situation before where we've been threatened with some sort of action, you know, and a lot of times it's because, you know, they try to say shit like we've done shit, we did shit, so I'm gonna threaten you with this. And now look, he's about to die by Braun Breaker, but he's gonna stand on his sword. Can't hate on him for that. Braun Breaker's gonna kill him. We're gonna have a dead body as we go to commercial break. We're gonna have a dead body, but at least he stood up for himself, and he's not gonna be bullied. He's not gonna be blacklisted. He's not gonna be blackballed. He's not gonna be blackmailed into making a decision. They come back and he's just folded in half. Yeah, they screwed up. Again, on your end, you're watching the show, right? Are you watching what's happening in the arena in between this commercial break? Because I'm getting full-on commercial breaks and I'm not supposed to. So I don't know what the hell is going on. I pay like $17 or so. DQ commercial, I'm watching your stream. Oh, so you're watching my stream. Okay. Yeah, I got commercial breaks all of a sudden, and why the hell am I paying $16 or something? What the hell they got me doing? Anyway. If you've been watching on Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube, I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching professional wrestling with me, or watching me watch professional wrestling and being part of the conversation. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the shares that we've gotten on TikTok, as well as sharing the live and all that stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you. WWE's advertisers were like, they're not skipping our ship. Yeah, that's probably what it was. They tricked us. It was a trick. We've been bamboozled. We've been hoodwinked. They got us. As the stream is going, ladies and gentlemen, again, let me just remind you that there is no stream tomorrow for NXT. We watch NXT on Saturdays before we catch AEW Collision. So there's no stream tomorrow. We'll be recording a new episode of the podcast tomorrow, and that'll be dropping on Wednesday morning. Wednesday evening, we'll be doing a stream for AEW Dynamite. Then on Thursday is the day off. Friday is a SmackDown stream. Saturday, like I said, is when we watch AEW Collision. Before Collision, we watch NXT to be caught up on NXT and what's going down there.
Future, die with the past.
We got a match.
Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn, and now Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn in his street clothes is wrestling Bron Breakker.
Bron Breakker tonight. Does not believe in this new vision that Seth Rollins has for the industry.
Belly-to-belly throw. Bron Breakker already taking it to Sami Zayn. I mean, imagine buying a time slot on a WWE show thinking your shit was going to get mad exposure, and you found out most people just paid $3 not to have to see it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I paid. I paid the extra $3 not to see it. I don't want to see it.
A lot of people.
I don't want to see any glimpse of it.
Breakker joining this group. He's been very successful in his first
Bron Breakker kind of telegraphed that back body drop. Sami Zayn catches him with the back elbow in the corner, coming off the second rope with the double axe handle to the skull.
Bron Breakker, Pat. I mean, you sort of can't blow it. Thought he was going to go for the Helluva kick. Instead, went to the gut. Sami Zayn's on fire now against Breakker. If you're Breakker, Why not align with Paul Heyman? I mean, Paul Heyman has made the careers of many men in this industry.
Another double axe handle gets caught.
Think about what Heyman did for
almost like an exploder. They paid the extra $3 on top of yours, so you have to see it. It's gonna be a never-ending $3 seesaw. I'm telling you, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Yeah, certainly a good business decision if you're Bron Breakker.
This is a conspiracy.
Now, we don't know what all that's going to call for.
Right, exactly.
Paul Heyman always has, you know, the strings to pull.
Damn.
But whenever
Bron Breakker calling Sami Zayn a piece of garbage.
Just felt different. It felt bigger.
Indeed. I mean, what Paul Heyman, again, has done for everyone here.
Sami Zayn off the ropes catches a back elbow from Bron Breakker.
To the face.
Again, this is an impromptu match. Sami Zayn still in his street clothes.
Smells a little bit like the bloodline.
People are thinking that Seth freaking Rollins might be a little power hungry.
Well, Sami Zayn called him bitter and jealous and said he was a Roman Reigns wannabe.
Seth freaking Rollins had a great NFL draft announcement this weekend.
Side headlock from Bron Breakker gets released off the ropes, dropped down. Leapfrog gets caught into a power slam.
Paul Heyman's excited by
no
what he sees
leapfrog
from
for you, Sami Zayn. 2 count and a kick out.
Gotta think Paul Heyman and Seth are just getting started here with Bron Breakker. Everything's brand new to them.
Oh, nice. Bron Breakker just turns that into a wicked spine buster.
He's a Steiner, obviously has the ability to ground and pound if you need it. Very comfortable in the ring. Has the explosivity that nobody else has in the WWE. Hits the ropes at 23 miles an hour. Can super spear you in half. And now he's got Seth freaking Rollins and Paul Heyman by his side.
Well, and here's the deal, too, as Sami Zayn leaps up over the top.
Sami Zayn comes back with the lariat.
Too, with Breakker. He doesn't have to change anything. He's an unbelievable athlete. Now he just gets
dumps Bron Breakker to the outside at the feet of Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman by the commentary
area. I don't believe Sami Zayn wants to be in here. Bron Breakker,
especially
grabbing the leg of
Sami.
Oh,
shit.
Rips him off the apron. Now Breakker pouncing Sami off the table.
He's dribbling like he's an Indiana Pacer.
Get the hell out of the way.
Oh, here comes the jungle.
Bron Breakker gonna do that thing.
Bron Breakker.
Sami Zayn has no clue what's about to happen to him.
Oh shit!
In the air. It just about broke Sami Zayn in half.
And our desk.
Wow.
This man broad jumping 10 yards to give a lariat to Sami
Hey,
Zayn.
guess what, guys? Another commercial break. Jesus, criminy Christmas. How many ads are they gonna make us suffer through? I wonder if my mobile can tell me anything about my plan. Like, why the hell oh, no, it's going to make me sign in. You son of a bitch. You dirty son of a bitch. Luckily, my password was stored. Nope. They don't tell. Well, maybe over here. Account. No, see, that's the thing. It says, yeah, $18 pre-tax for the standard plan. What is the standard plan? That should be no ads. $18. I don't want to see no ads. You're charging me $18. I don't want to see shit. Once again, if you're watching on TikTok, say hello. Don't be afraid to hit that follow button. As I try to post on TikTok often, I post up TikToks of the highlights of the streams and all that stuff. gotten a lot of views tonight on the live stream, so I appreciate it. What's going on, SP? SP is also still hanging out in the YouTube chat. I appreciate that, SP. Thank you for hanging out. And Anubis is still hanging out on Twitch. We're doing great tonight. We're doing great as we head back to the action on Raw.
Sami Zayn has become the sacrificial lamb as Zayn takes on Breakker tonight in front of over 11,000 in Kansas City on Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn trying to fight back, stay in this matchup against the heavy, so to speak, for the new Seth Rollins-Paul Heyman alliance. And here comes Sami
Zayn clubbing at the back of Bron Breakker. Christ.
I mean, what does Sami gain with a win tonight, Pat?
I think tonight with a win, Sami Zayn cements himself exactly who he is.
Sunset flip powerbomb.
Breakker for the win and a
Bron
kick
Breakker
out.
kicks
Some
out.
guys in the locker room, and then you got to think about this new crew. If Bron Breakker was to lose in front of Seth and Paul Heyman, night one. Sunset flip bomb from Sami Zayn, almost a 3 count there. Paul Heyman's been smiling like the butcher's dog as he looks at Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, Sami's going to be the hero of the locker room if he can pull this one off.
Certainly.
You could really stop the momentum of Rollins and company in its tracks with a win here tonight. Sami
Exploder,
right
he's
in the
going
group
for the
with
exploder.
And Breakker fighting back again. These guys have had some battles. In fact, Bron Breakker took the Intercontinental Championship from Sami Zayn. Zayn now.
Whoa! Tornado DDT. Zayn goes for the cover. And Bron Breakker kicks out. He's got a big head. Bron Breakker's got a big, hard head. So I didn't think that was going to put him away.
Seth Rollins expected here tonight. Sami Zayn is in this fight.
The dog is in one.
How embarrassing would this be for Heyman if his hand-picked new Paul Heyman guy got beat by Sami Zayn tonight?
Let's not leave out the embarrassment that Seth freaking Rollins would have to feel as well. Sami Zayn, full momentum heading to the sky.
And Breakker, though, gonna meet him there. Bron Breakker trying to play defense as Sami Zayn continues to fire away.
Oh, Cole.
Breakker, though, up to the top rope.
Frankensteiner, easy work.
How impressive this athlete is, and one of the reasons Heyman tabbed him.
Easy work on the Frankensteiner.
The dogs are barking in Kansas City, and Sami Zayn has no idea he's about to be cut in two.
Went for the spear.
Oh, Sami caught him. Exploder in the corner.
And Sami's got life.
Sami might be setting up for the haluva kick.
Miracle after miracle in his career. Could take down the Heyman and Rollins coalition.
Oh, shit. Bron caught him, though. That's it.
Big sigh of relief from the wise man.
That's it. Good night, Irene.
We'll do it.
And again, just an emotionless Seth Rollins looking on, and Rollins, he just nodded his head for Breakker to put away Zayn.
Uh-oh, he's picking up speed. Oh, Sami Zayn gets sawed in half. Breakker break.
I've called him an unpredictable badass for his entire career. That is one of the reasons why.
It doesn't have to be this way. Take the out. There's still time.
They're going to still give him the out?
Take the deal Heyman's got set up for you. You can still get out. Take it. Go to hell.
An ever defiant Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn about to get murdered.
Telling Rollins he will not take the deal, and more punishment is coming. Zayn wants to be a martyr.
Oh, that looked nasty.
And instead, he's super speared for the 3rd time in Kansas City.
And Seth gave him an opportunity.
That really does look like the embassy
Again,
robe.
our senior official,
It really
Chad
does
Patton,
look like
checking
Prince
on
Nana's
Sami
robe.
Zayn after the 3 spears. He's called for the EMT. I don't believe this match is going to continue. And Sami, he may have broken ribs. He's actually gasping for breath, Pat, right here in front of us.
I don't know how you'd be healthy after what Bron just did to him.
Seth just gave the fucking...
A glance and a word to Breaker.
That's it. That's it.
Oh
Good
God,
night,
Pat.
Sami.
I think we know.
Oh, my God.
Guys, look out! Look out! Sami, look out!
Oh, my God. Like a car crash.
Get in there! Stop this maniac!
Jesus Christ.
Enough's enough! It's a 4th spear! Paul, call him off! Call him off!
That man's a bad man.
Get out of his way!
That's a
Seth,
bad
do something.
man.
Seth's the one that told him to do that.
He can't even breathe.
Kansas City calling for one more time, bloodthirsty bastards.
Come on, Paul.
I'm glad Sami Zayn didn't hit up catering before this segment.
And the ref called it off.
Yeah,
Ref called it off.
You got officials in the ring now, and Jamie Noble getting backed off by Breaker. I mean, hey, listen. Hey,
We're going to have to call the National Guard here, I think. Remember, they're trying to set a precedent. This is night 1 here.
well, Rollins calling Breaker off.
This is crazy.
Tonight is your first lesson. There are people that deserve our respect. There are people that deserve our empathy, that deserve our compassion. He made his bed. Now he has to sleep.
There's so much for that empathy and compassion. And Rollins down.
Oh, Rollins getting in on it.
Breaker. Sami made his bed, and now he's got to sleep in it.
Consequences come with every choice that is made.
What a force. The landscape has changed for Raw. Paul Heyman has done it again. Seth Rollins at the helm. Breaker has the power. No one is safe on Monday Night Raw.
And they don't even have the world title. Think about that. They don't even have the world title. Imagine if Seth Rollins did have the world title. This shit would be crazy. Well, that looks like it's the end of Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta say, that was a pretty good show. It had a lot of great matches on there. I thought all the matches were fantastic, actually. I thought it was a great show. Hopefully you guys thought it was a great show as well. So really quickly, just want to say thank you to everybody that joined me. Thank you to Anubis for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Mike, for popping in and saying hello. And thank you for Jeff for coming in and hanging out at the beginning of the stream. Thank you to JDK for the lurk, man. I appreciate it very, very much. And thank you to everybody who said what's up on TikTok and YouTube. Shout out to SP in the YouTube chat. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed Raw tonight. And thank you for being a part of the conversation. Again, thank you to everybody who left a comment in the TikTok chat or shared the TikTok live stream. I appreciate you very much. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get out of here. I am going to be sending you guys over to my friend Brock right now, who is streaming. Let's see what he's streaming. Let's see what Brock's doing on his channel. Brock right now is playing some Fortnite, so it should be very chill, very easy for you guys. Hopefully you can stop in and say hello and show him some love. He's a great guy, great content creator. He also has a baby on the way. So make sure you say what's up. Make sure you say hello. Again, I'll be back not tomorrow. I won't be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day off, but we're doing the podcast. and that'll drop on Wednesday, and I'll be back Wednesday evening for a stream of AEW Dynamite. So thank you guys very much for hanging out. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time here on the Ringside Rundown. Take care, guys.